Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Knowledge and Relationships M3 TV News, the stream that gives you the best news. This is your boy M3, and of course, I have the crew with me.
Yeah.
Well, I always call Mr. Hall of Fame. I don't know that guy, but Mr. Best in the World, or you know that you know. He'll be on his way like in 30 minutes, though. And then we have Mr. Access Entertainment.
Eric King!
What's going on?
Mr. King!
Grizzly Bear, what is going on? Mr. Entertainment. Oh,
What's happening, bro?
What's happening?
To let y'all know, I'm actually working on a magazine for Access Entertainment.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, boy. A magazine? Woo!
Right.
Who gonna be on the cover? Who gonna be on the magazine?
So on the cover, it's gonna have everybody.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna have all the crew members.
Okay. All right. Just don't be like one of those guys that be like, like shirtless and laying on the couch and all the other stuff, right?
No.
Don't try to be all cute.
No, we classy out here, bro.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and plus, I need Mr. DJ Eddie King on the show.
Yeah. Wait, you want me on the
show? What the? You're like, okay. You're Chris. You're good, man. All right, cool, man. Well, I'm happy for you. But for those who don't know, right, tonight's topic, right? And, before I even go on, announce tonight's topic, right? This is something, right, that I feel like it's a part two, right, of something that I've been trying to tell y'all, all right, from the beginning about this relationship, okay? But nobody didn't want to listen to me, But y'all gonna learn. One of these days, y'all gonna learn to listen to me someday, all right? I know y'all don't listen.
I knew this was coming. I knew this was coming.
Yes, this is coming. Did common sense not use his common sense? Okay, that's the title for tonight's topic. And you know what? Let me make sure too. I did have something lined up as well. So let me go down to. You can't see what I'm doing yet, but you'll see it in just a minute, right?
Yeah.
There it is. Okay, you know what? I need to do a screen share for a minute. Okay, so screen share. Let me see. When we first covered, put up right now. Okay, so when we first covered, let me move this out the way. All right. Okay, and by the way, like fair use, y'all, on my own video. So I'm just saying, right? Yes, I'm going there, right? All right, so previously, right? We did a topic about like is common too uncommon for Tiffany Haddish, and before like the rest of the crew kind of came in, right? To put some sense into it. I spoke my opinion. It was fair, non-biased, and I was just saying, like, what? When it comes to that relationship between Tiffany Haddish and common sense, which unfortunately wasn't using common sense dating her, she had conditions. And her conditions was she wanted Common, right, to propose to her with her apartment building. Now, of course, in my mind, I'm like, even though like it could be like a smart business move, if this was already your wife, you know what I mean? Like if this husband and wife or whatever, yes, invest into apartment complex, right? So you can make residual income. But if that's the stipulation in order for you to get with her in the situation, that's the part I don't agree, And so I spoke my truth or whatever about it, and I got like a lot of flack on it. I'm gonna do like let me play the clip or whatever. I know this is random, but let me see. Oh wait, hold on. Let me go back real quick. It doesn't matter about. See, ain't nobody mad, but see, you're making these accusations like I am mad. I'm just sharing my opinion.
What she bring to the table? What she bring?
like I said, if she don't have nothing to bring to the table,
Clearly she does.
I want to be putting no investment to it.
But clearly she
Now,
does.
but you don't even know what she brings to the table.
We don't have to know. He's still there.
But the thing is, you guys know what Common brings for Tiffany's life that elevates.
Oh, this is funny. I feel like look at first lady.
I know, right?
And because she said.
So here's the thing: is that obviously there's something that she's bringing to the table because he's still there.
Period.
So whether or not we know what that is, that's not really our business to know. She's bringing something to the table because he's still there.
Because he pursued her the way he did, even though he wasn't her type. He was still like, I don't care what your type is, my baby. I'm your type. You just didn't even know it. So whatever she brought to the table, she brought that thing.
Hey, look, if he's satisfied, he's satisfied. But I'm speaking from my own personal standpoint. You got to bring something to the table in order for me to invest into. Okay? That's where I'm coming from. You know? And this is speaking like in general.
Yeah.
So, and for my own personal self.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna for a man like me, I don't have Common's money. I don't have Tiffany Harris's money. But if I had the money and I was gonna buy a car for someone, it wouldn't be like for a girlfriend. It would be someone that's already my wife.
Well, and I said I had a boyfriend and he built me a car. He changed the car from a stick to an automatic for me. I definitely put it in my name.
Okay, we're gonna stop right there, right? Because but yeah, like I said, I just want to show that part because that was pretty funny though. Okay, let me mute this real quick. Right. I mean, looking back, right? I mean, now I mean, I could definitely like laugh on that, right? Because the fact that I'm not trying to call myself a prophet or whatever, right? But I knew this was a bad idea and a bad investment. Tammy, I know you're raising that eye, poor Justice Tammy. I know you're raising that eyebrow, you're chuckling behind me. But I know you want to disagree with me on this one. But deep down inside, when MG speaks, right? He speaks for the truth, and at least a good 95% of the time, I be right. And at this point, right, as far as Common and Tiffany's relationship, I was definitely right about that. She did not have the love interest for him like you guys probably thought that she would have. I mean, it's cool to have. What say?
I said I knew it. I think I said something like that too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you did. You guys kind of came in like at the end, like when things really get hit, because Don came and then she sparked it. It was getting a little bit spicy though.
Hey,
at least
Dom, you out there? Hey, but yeah.
And from what I've read, but from what I've read, because I read parts and bits of it. I like at least a paragraph or two. It said that they didn't have enough time for each other, and because Common would be doing something else, Tiffany would be doing something else, and I'm like, honestly, in the entertainment, and because I'm kind of seeing that, even though I'm not fully in the entertainment industry, I'm kind of like that now, because next weekend I'm about to be on set next weekend and have a photo shoot in the next week or two, and because in the entertainment industry, you're going to be busy, especially like when you're just starting, you're going to be hella busy. Like people are going to try to pursue you. You might have a girlfriend for like a week or two.
Disagree.
Huh?
I disagree.
Why do you feel like you disagree?
So the reason why I disagree is because no matter how busy you are, right? If you really want to make time with someone, you'll be able to make time. Yes, out of your busy schedule or your long distance relationship, you will be able to make time to spend time with each other. And usually that's a cop out excuse, right? Trying to paint yourself as the good person. Well, yeah, we had to break up because we couldn't spend a lot of time together, and he was just so far away, just so busy. I just couldn't handle it and take it no more. But that's a traditional excuse. Okay.
I mean, yeah.
But listen, you gotta understand, Chris. These people are rich though.
Yeah, I know.
They bosses. So it's like the only time they'd probably be busy with her is if she got like some type of movie deal or a TV show deal. Then I can understand that.
I mean, but look, but look.
Common,
also,
what is Common doing? We know Common raps.
Common's
And
a
what does he do? What else does he do?
so from what I understand, Common is a rapper. He's a poet. He's also an actor, and I think he actually writes movies as well. He puts on concerts there's
I seen
something
him
else that
in
he
one
does.
movie. I only see Common in one movie.
So Common was in what is it? He was in the Suicide Squad. He was in a whole bunch of movies.
Oh, he
Common
was.
was in at least, huh?
He was, huh?
Yeah. Common played a military person. I think there's another movie. There's another movie that he. There's another movie where I forgot. Oh my God, what it was. But like, I think he was also in Terminator. Um. He
Terminator.
was. He was. Yeah. I think it
Which
was
one?
either. Huh?
Which one?
Either no, it wasn't Salvation. He what was it? Oh my God.
Well,
I
listen.
forgot which one it was.
Well, listen. What Common? Okay. Um. Is he coming out in any other movies or what is he doing?
I would have to Google. I think he is in another. I think he is in another movie.
I'm talking about
'Cause
coming
I seen
out
him
with
in.
something like coming out with another movie.
Huh?
Is he coming out? I don't think the man is busy at all. I don't think he's that busy.
No. So okay. So another thing that you have to know about the entertainment industry, just because you don't see somebody in front of the camera all the time, I'm playing this. There's always work behind the scenes, like putting something together. Because like trying to put one event together, it takes a lot of people. Even for a small event, you're gonna okay. What is the event? What is the theme? Who's coming here? Who we targeting? And like food, drinks, tickets, or just whatever. If it's an event, if it's a fashion show, whatever. Because I've actually run into a lot of people who are not really cognizant of the film between the film or the rap industry. Even though if you're a rapper or whatever artist, there's always because I know Common is in. He does a lot of things behind the scenes as well.
I just think that's an excuse because if she's listen, if she's talking about if I'm a married man, he got to give me an apartment complex. How you gonna get an apartment complex if you're gonna be busy like that?
Whoa. He said, your boy Farrell says, and shout out to Farrell, he says he's only in one movie at the moment.
I just said that.
So can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
So I looked it up, and he's been in over 30 movies.
In over 30 movies.
He's been in over 30 movies, and he has been the executive director of 7 other movies.
Okay, so what movie?
Okay, let me read the list for you.
I don't think he's interested in a long-term relationship. No, I disagree on that part too because
so he's been in John Wick 2, the movie Just Right. Yeah. He was in Suicide Squad. He was in The Informer. He was in a movie called Hunter Killer, a movie called Ava. He was in Barbershop, The Next Cut. He was in Now You See Me. He was in American Gangster. He did a voiceover in Smallfoot. He was in the movie Wanted, in the movie The Hate You Give. Oh shoot, hold on. Let me see. Come on, phone. Okay. He was in.
I can look it up for you if you like.
He was in, Street Kings, Kitchen, Run All Night. He was in Smoking Aces. He was in All About Nina. He was in Selma. He was in a movie called Love. He was in Girls Trip. He was in Terminator Salvation. He was in a movie called Megan Levy. He did a voice. He did a voice in the animated movie Happy Feet 2. He was in a movie called Date Night. He was in John Wick 3. He was in Justice League Mortal. I don't know what that means.
He must have been like one of those characters to where he's only in there for like 2 minutes or something because Terminator Salvation. I seen that movie. I don't even really remember him being in there unless he's just an extra character.
There's a lot of movies where he's had more than just a small part in it, and a lot of these movies I've seen. So we can give him credit where credit is due, that he has done his share of movies. He's and it also showed that he's been the executive producer of 7 movies. So this is what I will say. So I find it very interesting when somebody makes an announcement about somebody else's relationship, but yet you don't hear from the two people that were actually in it. So, because from what I've read, this is something that somebody told, something like this is what's going on with them. And a lot of times what happens is later on down the line, you find out from a couple what was really going on. And so that's the thing, is like, I just find it interesting to comment on a relationship when all you're doing is make an assumption about why something ended, if it even ended. So from what I've read, it's a matter of they haven't been seen out together in a long time. We don't know the reason for that. And that's not necessarily saying that they're not together. That's just an assumption that people are making because they don't see them out together. So this is the thing, is that people are making assumptions without even knowing real information. People are making assumptions about whether they're together or not, just because you don't see people out. Okay, we don't know why that is, but we're assuming, okay, they're not out, they must not be together anymore. So I just find it interesting because that's the thing, is that we don't know if they're not together anymore, because they have not said we're not together. I mean, it's one thing if you see one of them out dating somebody. I mean, then yeah, okay. If one of them says, yeah, we're no longer together, but neither one of them has said that. This is coming from somebody who has given information that they think is accurate. So that's the thing, is that we don't really know if they're together or not. I mean, even like Megan Good and her husband, there's a thing there that they're no longer married because they haven't been seen out together. I just think that's funny, because that was the same thing where a close person of the couple informed us that they're no longer together because they haven't been seen out together in X amount of time. It's like, how do you know? That's the thing, is that we don't really know who's together and who's not. So all we're really doing is make an assumption that must be the case when we don't even know.
Okay, well, how do you know that the person's making an assumption though?
Who said it?
But it doesn't say the person's name who said it. They never say the person that said it. They always say somebody that knows the couple. That's always what they say. They never say who it is that's saying it.
Right. So the way that goes is, okay. So if you see like different, so because I was actually on the internet, and when I saw the headline, I clicked on the headline, and like there's different types of news people. So basically, what the news does also too, they'll go have somebody go look at their lifestyle and go trying to follow them around without being caught and stuff like that. And at the same time too, they'll actually go and snoop around and trying to talk to the PR person or go talk to the friends of the family. Basically, it's all about. So basically, when you hear from the news, they're actually talking about it's always a he said, she said, and then they'll quote somebody on that, and so that's actually how it goes. And actually, Tammy is actually right. Just because you don't see a person together doesn't mean that they're not together. But and also too,
Blaze
and
Brown,
huh?
No, I was talking to Blaze Brown. He said, "Who said they're not together?" That's what I'm trying to figure out.
And that's the thing. So, it doesn't tell you the person's name that gave that information. It never does. It'll say a person that knows the couple has told us, and it's like, okay, so who's the person that knows the couple? Like, I wouldn't know who the person is.
And where did that information come from? Did it come from TMZ or where did they find that information from? Like, where did that come from?
They probably found that information from Tiffany Haddish, who told her girlfriends, and their girlfriends told the media.
But that's the thing. We're still making assumptions, though. We're still making assumptions.
But who is the lady?
But you're assuming that the people are making assumptions, but those could be actual factual.
And that's the thing, is that we don't know. We don't know. So we're making an assumption that what that person said is accurate or inaccurate without even knowing the true facts about what's going on. That'd be like M3. If you and your wife, somebody don't see y'all together because you out, maybe at a party or something, someone say, I don't think M3 and his wife are together.
Well, that's different. That's different. That's different.
But that's the thing, is that
that's different. You can't compare that to these two.
No, so that's the thing, is that But that's what I'm saying is that that's a matter of somebody who knows you saying something about your relationship, and they may not even know what's going on. So that's the thing is that it's all assumptions that are being made about what's going on in somebody's relationship.
You can't compare him and his wife to Common and her. First of all, they're not even, the Common and the lady's not even married yet. They're not even married.
Point. It's about people making.
So that's a bad comparison because M3 and his wife, they always together. I'm saying so you can't compare. Like Common and the girl does not live with each other.
Hold on one second. Hold on. I need to turn my screen off. I gotta make a phone call real quick.
Yeah. But anyway, bad comparison. But I want to know who this girl is. Who is her homegirl that has this information? I need to know who she is first, because she might hang out with her all the time though. It may be true. It might be true. But if it's true, I'm not surprised. I'm not. If it's true, they not together because they be too busy, which I would take that as an excuse. How can you buy an apartment complex if you're too busy running around like that? Like, what do you need an apartment complex for if you're so busy? So
yeah. I mean, hey, but you know what though? Also too, like, huh?
So shout out to K. Marion, Mr. Best in the World.
Hey, K. Marion. Oh, yeah. Mr. Best in the World's back here in the house, man. Where'd you go, man? Yeah, I miss you, man. You was on the vacation.
Where you at, bro?
Because he's the best.
No, but I was
in the world.
No, but I was about to tell you
that. Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
No, but I'll tell you that because like there's a lot of superstars where they'll just buy a house and for like a whole 2 years, there's barely anything in it. Like like you might see their fridge stocked a little bit, but like if they're by themselves, the refrigerator is barely stocked, or the refrigerator is barely stocked, or there's barely anything in the house because they just moved in and I just came back from a tour and we're just now getting the furniture after 2 years, or I'm just now decorating the house, but like sometimes because at the same time that's how life goes. And also too, like they'll actually find excuses of, I can't do this. I can't do that. I'm hecka busy. I'm gonna go on tour in the next 2 or 3 days, and I won't be back for like another 2 or 3, 4, 5 years. But like, huh?
No, go ahead. Keep finish.
No, I was about to say, but like, plus also too, like in Hollywood, how people would like be with each other for like a whole 2, 3 years. Go off with some so basically like they'll be together, split up, be with somebody else, come back together. I don't know if you actually noticed this. They'll split up, be with somebody else, come back together, split up again, go to a different person, but it might be that person's best friend or something like that, and then or a coworker and then they'll split up and I'm like, how do you come out of a 6-year relationship and be with somebody else instantaneously?
Well,
but like that's how it goes.
Okay, like Will and Jada, right? This is the thing. Like Will
they have an open relationship.
Yeah, they had an open relationship. The problem was Jada's side piece couldn't control himself. He had to go to the media to run his mouth. She probably gave that boy a contract. That's why that boy ain't dropped no songs lately.
Yeah, you have to have a contract with her.
So yeah, he probably wrote a contract, and he gets that contract. I guess he forgot or something, and yeah. And so he in a situation he can't get out. But as far as
I'm sorry,
lady,
but the
lady. Okay, what is the lady name? The actor. I keep forgetting her name that we're talking about here.
Tiffany.
Okay, Tiffany. I'm just gonna call it Tiffany. Now, Tiffany. Cat Williams said that she is not funny. Cat Williams said this is a while back, but he said, "Man, that girl is not funny or whatever." This, that, and the third. But look, she's making moves. She's making a lot of moves. she making moves. She's
Yeah,
going
she
on
is.
TV shows. She's making movies. So
She's on tour.
she's on tour. Exactly. She making moves. She's
And
making
and I think
smart
she's under
moves.
Kevin Hart's I'm saying, and I think she's under Kevin Hart's production company.
You say you think?
That's what I heard. Nah, yeah, because I was watching this interview where I know Tiffany and Kevin are really tight, but at the same time, because Tiffany is they're tight, but at the same time, I know because Tiffany does not have her own production company, so she's under Kevin Hart's management.
Okay, I thought you said Cat Williams. I was going to say
No. Cat Williams, he's messy. Cat Williams,
yeah.
because I've actually heard from Kevin Hart's own mouth that Kevin Hart said that Cat Williams does not own any of his masters or he doesn't own anything that he's done.
That's what Kevin Hart said. Kevin Hart said that.
Yeah. Kevin Hart knows actually. Well, that's what he said anyway. I'm not saying he's 100% correct. But Cat Williams.
Yes, definitely.
What's happening, bro? I've been trying to hit you, bro. I've been trying to hit you, bro. Come holler at your boy.
Kevin Hart's production company is called Heartbeat. Here's the thing, right? Tiffany Haddish does cater to the Europeans, the Caucasians. But however, she's mostly funny when it's scripted. She's not naturally funny, and that's the thing that Cat Williams, if he allegedly if he said that, is probably pointing out. Cat Williams can be factual, naturally funny. You know what I mean? It's like a gift. Tiffany Haddish is like she kind of tries too hard, in my opinion. But I still like her.
I feel like she tried too hard too. I agree.
I feel like you too.
Yeah. Don't tell that to some people though.
But she is making moves. Whatever. I don't really see her as funny. Everybody else do though. I just don't think she's that funny to me. But I'm glad she making moves. I'm glad she making moves and making smart investments. And
I feel like she's like a tall. Yeah.
I just don't think she's that funny.
I think she's the tall version of Kevin Hart. Because Kevin Hart is not that funny to me, in my opinion, and he tries too hard.
Kevin Hart used to be. He used to be funny, but he just he went way off the wagon.
But at least he works hard.
Kevin Hart doesn't have that hunger like he used to have. You know how you have that hunger. Like when you really want something. Like if you really want to become let's say famous rapper, or if you really want a job, or if you really want that piece of steak or something. Like it's the hunger. You got that hunger to get it, but then once you get it, you're not the same individual anymore.
You're the same person anymore. That's right.
Yeah. So they jokes is like not even really that funny anymore. Kevin Hart came out with a bunch of movies. He came out with a lot of movies. A lot of them weren't really that funny to me, honestly.
Yeah.
It's like they lose that hunger, man.
Let's wait, hold on, Chris. Let's get to the first question, though, right?
Yeah.
Because I want to dive into this. Did Common chose poorly did Common choose poorly when it comes to dating Tiffany Haddish?
First lady, poetic first lady. You go ahead.
I don't think so. Because he said that she brought things out of him that other people weren't able to. So there was a purpose for them being together. So he chose the right person because that person was able to bring something out of him that other people were not able to. So I wouldn't say he chose poorly for that purpose. So yeah, I wouldn't say that he chose poorly. Like I said, he said that there were things that she was able to bring out of him, and if other people were not able to do that, and this person was, you can't necessarily say he chose poorly as far as that. So, I would say for that reason, I would say no.
I would say only reason why I feel like he didn't choose poorly is because of the moves that she's making. she making a lot of moves. She make a lot of moves. That means she's bringing something to the table. She brings something to the table. So even if I don't find her funny or not, a lot of other people do. She's still bringing in the check. You know, she bringing in the bag. So that means she got something to offer. She's bringing a lot of stuff to the table. But not just that. She make smart investments. You know, I don't really hear too many women out there that invested in their money. I really only just hear her doing it. You know, so she's making smart moves. So I think that's what caught his attention. You know, with Tiffany. So I don't think comments. Well, but that's it's 50-50. I think 50 is that Tiffany know that this man is he too thirsty, man. He's too thirsty. He's getting on social media talking about, oh girl, this, that, the third. That you sound thirsty. I'm the man. I'm like, dude, come on, man. Come on.
Yeah. But like a pit bull.
Way too thirsty. And she know that too. And she knows she can get any man she wants to too. So, and I'm pretty sure and that's the thing. She don't like thirsty men. She does not like thirsty men. He keep coming at her like that. He keep coming at her like that. The relationship gonna end quicker.
Wait, who's thirsty? I'm confused.
So the other 50%, I'm saying no. And the other 50, yes, he did show us. Yeah.
Okay.
I was about to say because like as far as like relationships, relationship type of stuff, like other than her being a comedian and actress too, like, you know, that's something that they have as far as being an actress, he's an actor, that's what they have in common. And also too, and as far as like being in a relationship, you know, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but like what First Lady Tammy said, First Lady Tammy said that, you know, if a woman can bring something out of you that you've never seen in yourself before, that's when it causes an attraction.
Tammy, we can hear you.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's good. No, I was about to say was like, I know for me, like, if a woman can bring out, like, okay, like my wife, me and her, we've been married for 14 years. Oh wow. Like, no, there's things that we bring out of each other, whether it's the good, the bad, or make you realize, oh my God, maybe I should make this change, or oh my God, I didn't realize that. And I feel like, you know, I'm after the year of being them together, they're like, but you know, if they can walk away, still be friends. But I don't feel like he chose poorly. I feel like he wanted to go outside of his normal. He wanted to see what I feel like they both wanted to see where the relationship wanted to go.
But look, I just feel by him choosing poorly. This how I feel, right? Look, okay, this guy is rich, okay, but he's thirsty. He's putting himself, over her. He put himself in a position for him to get fired pretty soon. So they might be together, but pretty soon she ain't gonna keep taking, you know. A lot of women don't like kind men to be sweet and kind to them all the time. They don't like that. Like the majority of women like peace and quiet. Oh, hey, but you look beautiful today. Okay, you said that to me yesterday. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
You know, or he might say, "Oh, you look so pretty today." And she might say, "My hair is nappy. What are you talking about? I ain't got no make. I ain't got no. I look bad today. What do you mean? I don't look beautiful today. I look like a truck." You know.
And you know, a woman who says that when her man says that has got a problem.
Yeah.
You better love it when your man says
listen, hold on.
You know you look a hot mess.
Okay, but first lady, listen. Ain't no woman that don't want to keep hearing that. Okay, we together, we in a relationship. You ain't got to keep telling me I'm beautiful. I know that.
Oh, no. You can tell me I'm beautiful every single day. Absolutely.
But you've been telling me. But look, hold on.
Tell me every day. Tell me every minute.
You've been telling me this all week.
Yep,
I like your socks. I like your socks. My socks is dirty.
Yep. Okay. And if you love them, yes, you love my socks. Yes.
That's too thirsty. That's too thirsty.
No, it's
not. Pretty soon she's gonna get tired of that. She's gonna get tired of that. Kick that boy to the curb with her dirty socks.
That's a man that loves his woman. He loves his woman. He loves everything about her.
You like that. You like that.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Ain't no work.
That's why I said
my wife.
Yes, it
That's
is.
the problem, though.
It is a lot wrong with that.
But that's the problem, is that you have it where you have these men that absolutely adore and love their women, and they give them compliments, and then they want to talk down to the compliments. He's trying to
listen. Look,
you can
look. This is what I'm saying, right? Yes, men do that, and yes, women love that, but not all the time. They don't love it.
Why not?
They don't love that all the time.
Why not?
Because they just don't.
Why not?
You tell me the same stuff
Why
you
not,
told me for the whole past few weeks.
Why not?
We're together.
Why not?
You ain't got to keep telling me that. We're
Why
together.
not, though?
Okay, we're engaged. So allegedly, we're engaged. Okay, I know I'm beautiful. If I wasn't beautiful, we wouldn't be engaged. They know that.
But that's
They
the thing.
already know that.
So the problem comes. So this is what I would say. So the problem comes is when a man assumes that a woman knows that, and he doesn't say that. So then it's
wait, back up. Say it again.
That's the thing, because you're saying that if he says it all the time, her attitude will be, well, why are you I know I'm beautiful. That's why we wouldn't be getting engaged. No.
What you mean, no?
That's the thing is that.
Well, usually women say things the opposite.
If he stops doing that, because
every blue moon is okay. Every blue moon is okay. It's all right.
Why does it have? Why does it have to be every blue moon? Why can't it be more than every blue? If he feels
because y'all don't want that. Y'all don't want that.
And then, but this is the thing, though.
You want that, but not all women want that.
But this is the thing, though.
Every day. Hold on. But it's about you knowing your woman, though. It's about you knowing your woman.
Yeah. Just like,
okay. Let me tell you a quick story, right? Let me just say a short story, right? Okay. It doesn't matter if it's the husband, the boyfriend, the co-worker, the best friend, whoever, right? Stranger. And there's like a double echo somewhere. I don't know where it's coming from. But the point is, right? There's always a day when you tell a woman, hey girl, like you beautiful, or hey honey, I think you're beautiful, or whatever, right? And they're gonna be like, oh, stop that, right? I know I look ugly today, okay? Like they will say the opposite. And they'll tell you, like, you don't have to try to lie to me and try to make me feel good, because they know who they look like sometimes.
Low self-esteem. That's a woman who has low self-esteem.
Well, at least she knows that she has low self-esteem. At least she knows what she looks like.
That's a woman that tells the truth. That's a woman that tells the truth.
No.
Yes.
Because you know what? A man that loves his woman, she is beautiful to him. No matter if her hair is not done, matter if she got makeup on her face, she is beautiful. So then he loves her for who she is, with or without makeup, with or without having her hair done. So the thing about it is, if she says, "I know I'm ugly," why would you say that?
Yes, CJ Couch. Everyone is different. Yes.
So wait. So she has a problem, because you said people have problems if they. But listen, my thing. So she has a problem by telling the truth. Because she's telling him, like, listen, no,
that's the thing is that. But that's the thing is,
come on now.
But this is the thing is, if he thinks she's beautiful, he's not lying. He's telling the truth. He's telling the truth. The fact that she can't accept that compliment, because in her mind, she's like, I'm ugly. Why would you say I'm beautiful? He thinks you're beautiful. He's saying how he feels, but she can't accept that because of how she feels about herself.
No.
So
you're missing the point. You're missing the point.
Wait, hold on, DJ AK. I got this one. Right? Okay. So the point is, Tammy, right? Is that it doesn't matter about the compliments that you give her. Okay, if she's rejecting it, she's like,
well, then her self-esteem is low.
You could tell me, but her truth is her truth.
Put it on mute, Chris, because M3's talking double. That's coming from you. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, Grizz is on mute. Oh,
yeah.
Go
ahead. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. But yeah, the point is, right? It doesn't matter what comments you give them. Sometimes they don't want that every day, And here's the thing, some women will say, "Give me all the compliments you could give me," right? But when you start giving the compliments, they're not going to tell you directly to you. That's the problem. They're going to tell that to her friends, and they're going to be like, "Oh my gosh, like My husband the other day, he just kept complimenting me. He just kept saying this, that, and I'm just sick of it, right? Like, come on, let me breathe. Let me
It's
breathe
about
now.
knowing your woman. It's about
No,
knowing
no,
your
no.
woman.
It's
No,
about
no,
it's about
Yeah.
it's
it's
time
about
it's
knowing
time
your
to pump the
woman.
brakes.
You
It's
know
time to
if you
pump
Hold
the
on,
have no,
brakes.
if
It's
everybody.
time to
you
pump the
I'm
if
brakes.
here.
There's
you know if
levels.
you
Oh,
have the kind of woman.
if you
This is
don't
the
know,
thing
now
that
you
you
know.
know
What's
if
up,
you have
man?
the kind of
Let's go.
woman
Brooklyn in the
that
house,
don't
baby.
need to hear
Brooklyn is in
compliments
the
all
Yeah.
the
house.
time.
Brooklyn
You
in the
know if
house.
you got the
Raise
kind
the
of
roof
woman
in
that
here.
Look,
The roof is
Uh,
on fire.
Yeah,
Brooklyn's in
hold
the
on,
house.
everybody.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah. Let's give
Let's go.
a warm
Let's go.
welcome in, right? To if you
Round of
don't
applause
know,
to
now you
this.
know.
Come on, man.
All right,
If you don't know, now you
hold
know.
on. Let me talk. Let me talk. Let me talk.
Go ahead,
Let me
man.
talk. Listen.
That's
Listen.
the
Listen.
Hall
all
of
right.
Fame.
Now
No,
listen. Tammy is absolutely
What's that?
okay. Tammy is 100% absolutely correct. Tammy's correct because the thing is, one, and this is what we as men have got to learn. You can't tell a woman about a woman. Okay, we got to learn that as men, and that's why a lot of times as men we fail when it comes to pursuing and getting to know women. Now women who don't want these compliments like this are women who are insecure. Trust me,
Yeah,
I know. You know what I'm saying? I've had experience.
that's not
Women who
true.
don't want compliments or who don't appreciate compliments are insecure. They're
true.
insecure. You know what I'm saying? And these are women that you should definitely avoid. You know what I'm saying? Because you know a compliment is something that you should always appreciate, no matter if you're a man or a woman, but especially a woman because that makes her more feminine. You know what I mean? A woman who doesn't want to be in her feminine, who doesn't want to appreciate comments or be submissive, that's one that's definitely insecure. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's a lot of times that's how the modern women are. You know what I mean? They're insecure. You know what I'm saying? They're indecisive. You know what I mean? They're jealous of other women, all types of stuff, man. So, you know, a lot of times, man, you know, with a lot of men, they have to just avoid all this, man. You know what I mean? Avoid these jealous, insecure women who don't appreciate
That's
compliments, who don't appreciate gifts, who don't appreciate you doing the right things for them as a man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Because a real lady, she's gonna this exit. You're gonna make a left when you get off the exit. So so
make
a
it
real
right.
lady, she's gonna appreciate a compliment, man. She's gonna appreciate those flowers. She's gonna appreciate you saying those good morning texts. She's gonna appreciate all that. But one who's insecure, who's jealous, you know what I mean? Who's on the feminist tip? Oh no, she ain't gonna like none of that. You know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna like none of that stuff.
That's a
Real
fate.
quick,
Listen, that right there. That's listen. No, I definitely disagree. First of all, I'm not. Listen, if how you gonna how you gonna how you gonna tell us, right? This is my thing. Like the women, a lot of women don't want to hear that every single day. That's
They
a
do want to
fatal
hear that every single
attraction.
day.
You see those
They do want
crazy
to hear that every
movies
single day.
with the man be having a fatal
Hold on, hold
attraction, man.
on.
Yeah, we seen those
Wait,
movies.
okay,
We seen the
so
women movie.
dealing with
Okay,
women.
the
We're dealing
crazy
with
fatal attraction. Okay, like
women.
and that's what I'm saying.
Raise your hand. I'm
okay,
raising my hand.
so real
I'm raising my
quick,
hand. I know what I'm talking about.
real quick, I just want to say this. So
Hmm.
this is the thing: is number one, it's about knowing your woman.
Make it
You
right.
already know
So
her.
so if you are in a relationship with a woman, you know if you are with the kind of woman that loves to hear that every day, all day, every day. You know if
Yeah.
you're the woman that you don't necessarily need to
That's
say it
you.
every
That's
day.
you.
Hold
That's
on,
you.
hold on, hold on, hold on. So you know if you're with the kind of woman that you don't necessarily need to say it every day. But what I will say is if you're giving a woman a compliment and now all of a sudden she's like, well, why are you saying me I'm beautiful? I'm ugly. It's like her self-esteem is not right.
But nobody said
Because
that.
the fact that
Yeah,
you're the
she
person
said
that's in a
it's
if
all
he don't think
that.
that I
Nobody
mean
said.
if he
Nobody said
so
that.
that, but that's the thing is that
You're
if
adding
he's
stuff.
giving her compliments, this is how he looks at her. He thinks she's beautiful. He
You're
might not have no
Yeah.
makeup on, her hair might not be done, but in his eyes, she's the most beautiful woman in the world, and he
you're
wants to tell her that. And this is what happens is that you have it where you have these men that will compliment this woman, and then why you keep doing that? And then you know what? She gets in a relationship with the next man who don't never compliment her, and then all she thinks is like, damn.
Mm.
I had that man and he was complimenting me, telling me I was beautiful, and this one don't tell me nothing. So the thing about it is, and I do agree with
And
CJ
that's a lot.
Hold on. So I do agree with CJ Cowles where a woman wants to hear compliments from the right man. Like some random man walking down the street saying something to me every day. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of look at you a little crazy because you don't know me. You don't know me, so yeah, I'm gonna look at you crazy. But my man, my husband. If you think I'm beautiful, yes, absolutely tell me as much as you want to. And because I'm confident in my relationship and myself, I'm not going to turn away when you give me a compliment. Because I don't want to turn it away. Hold on.
They're missing my point, but
I don't want to turn it away. And then he decides he's just not going to do it anymore. Because every time he gives me a compliment, I want to push it away and have something negative. So that's the thing. Like I said, you're talking about that women don't want to hear that. Women love
adding stuff. You're adding and flipping stuff. That's what you do. That's what you do.
Women love to hear compliments. For you to say, but that's the thing is you're making an assumption. You're saying women don't want to hear that all the time. Tell me
They don't.
They do.
This is what I will say.
Okay, wait, hold on.
For you to think in your mind that
they don't.
This is the thing is that if you really feel that way, I would just question.
But look, the way how she's trying to put it, right? Let me tell you how she's
trying
to
put it. I'm gonna do a test.
Hold on.
No woman in her right mind is no woman in her right mind has that confidence is gonna get upset.
I'm doing a test right now. I'm doing a test. Tammy, hold on.
Okay, hold on. You're talking over. Hold on for a minute. All right, look. You're missing the point, right? There's another double echo. I think it's coming from Tammy. I don't know. Somebody's having double. Okay.
No, that's me. I'm trying to do something real quick before I get cut off. Let me get cut off. Hold on 1 second. Okay. I'm about to get cut off. Now, Grizz, can you hear me? Grizz?
Yeah. Yeah, right here.
Okay. Grizz, when you give your wife a compliment every day, don't she light up?
Yeah. I'm gonna play this. She lights up and she looks at me like, "What'd you do?" I'm like, "I did nothing. I love you. I love you very much, and I appreciate everything you do for me. And I think you're gorgeous. And I think you're gorgeous, especially when you you get the little dimples on your face."
Okay, like I said, y'all missed the entire point. Okay, look.
Okay. And make sure that hold on.
Guys,
I'm about to get cut off.
Go ahead.
Let me finish. I'm about to get cut off. Now, Grizz has been married for 14 years. I've been married for over a decade. You know what I'm saying? We have more experience than all y'all on the panel. No offense, M3 or DJ. We have more experience than all y'all. And we telling y'all. You know, and even Tammy's telling you.
Women love compliments.
You gotta, hold on. You got to listen.
And I'm telling y'all missing the point again.
Hold on. You got
okay, wait, hold on, DJ. Hold on.
You have to listen when a woman is telling you that they like compliments, one. And two, they got to tell you the toxic traits of certain women. Women who don't like make it right. I'm sorry. Women who don't like compliments and who don't like people saying things to them. I'm sorry, and who don't like those type of things. You know what I'm saying? Or anybody who don't like compliments, those type of things, are people who are insecure and people who have personality issues. I gotta come back, y'all, because I'm about to get cut off. I'm about to run the house, but I'll be back.
Okay. So here's the point. Point. Okay. Go ahead.
Hold on. Wait. Okay. Let me make the point real quick. Right. Okay. So one, y'all taking it as if we're talking about all women. I made it clear, right? And DJ made it clear too. We're talking about some women, right, with certain type of behaviors, right? I do not deny that they have insecurities where that stems from. But what I'm saying is that what I'm saying is some women, right, you know, coming from the wrong or the right type of dude will respond to you differently. Okay,
that's true.
So when they don't have an initial interest for you, right, your compliments does not really matter to her that much. Okay, but if it's something, and I'm not trying to piggyback what CJ Kyle's is saying, but you know I do agree because that's where I was actually trying to come from. But y'all taking it the wrong way as far as we're trying to say that these women are not insecure, or these women don't have these problems. You know, look, Not every woman is gonna want your compliments, you know,
That's true.
unless you really that type of dude, then it's like a different story. But if you just give a whole bunch of compliments every day, right? Especially even if you're trying to pursue a woman. Now, look, I know people say like, well, my man, like, well, I like compliments from my man. Like, yeah, that's cool. But there are actually some women, facts, that literally told me, okay,
Yeah.
this is not some make
Facts.
believe stuff. These are
Facts.
women, and yes, they have problems. Yes, they have insecurities. But these are women that's telling me, okay, about their man. And I already know that mans are a loser anyway. You know, even if you're providing the bread, even if you're providing the lifestyle, okay, you
That's
have
my
to
last.
understand that there's some relationships, right, that are only married or together based off of conveniency. Okay, no offense, Grizz, but your marriage does not count. You know,
Why? Why you
because
say that?
because you guys because you
Mr. Rowe
guys
don't
are
count either.
traditional. Huh?
They don't count either.
It's wait,
Exactly. That
Yeah,
Mr.
they
Rowe,
don't. Yeah,
they don't
yeah,
count.
they don't count either though. My
Exactly.
marriage
wait,
don't
wait,
don't even count. These are look.
huh?
We're not gonna count. I'm talking. Look. So the whole argument is about women, right? That only get with you based off of conveniency. Just like Tiffany has in common, she has
Right,
no interest for the man. Y'all need to just get over it, right?
No
And just
right.
interest.
admit your wrongs. All right.
No
She don't
interest.
like to do like that. And if he was showering her with a whole bunch of compliments, she will get irritated because that's not the initial man that she really wanted. Okay? She
Right.
wanted she wanted something that she perceives as something better. That's why she had presented those stipulations when it comes to trying to get the apartment buildings and all that. You know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I was gonna say, and CJ Cows. Like, let me break it down. Oh, this is how Tammy. This is the game how Tammy plays. She like to flip things. First and foremost, let me say this. I said majority. I said majority of the women, right? I said, excuse me, I'm talking. Excuse me.
Uh,
I
uh,
said,
uh-oh,
I said,
uh-oh.
I said the majority of the women don't like to hear that all the time. I'm not saying at all. I'm saying they don't like to hear it all the time. They like to hear it majority of the time, but they don't want to hear that all the time. She making it seem like they don't want like hearing it at all. That's the energy that she's bringing to the table. Then she move on to talking about a man should, if a woman doesn't like a man, appreciate her about bringing flowers and this and that. First of all, nobody talk about flowers. Nobody say about flowers. Nobody talking about buying a car. Nobody talking about none of that stuff. We talking about compliments. I said that women don't want to hear that all the time. Just sometimes, not all the time. Hearing it all the time, that man has a problem. That's a fatal attraction. Okay, that man has a problem. Okay, that's 100%. He got a problem. And if a woman says that
I
to a man,
love bad
she
women.
got a
That's my
problem.
fucking problem.
She has a fatal attraction problem. They can become insecure because having that fatal attraction, having that problem, that means they don't want their man talking to no woman. They don't at all.
Been
Even
there,
if the
done
woman
that.
could be the manager at their job, she don't want him talking to that lady. That's a fatal
Been there, done
attraction.
that.
That is a mental issue problem. She's the one with the problem. Okay, if she's thinking like that, or if a man's thinking like that. Okay,
I know.
Period.
I know what. I did you, Eddie King, but I'm gonna play this. I've actually been through that. I've been through where Pearline did not want to talk to no woman. She don't have no woman's numbers, and she slowly but for sure she saw that this is my career. I'm going to be talking to women. I'm going to be talking to men and women. I'm going to be friends, and
Yeah.
but it took a lot for her to understand. Hey, I am trustworthy. We've been through trials and tribulations. I'm not going to go into it, but we've been through trials and tribulations, and she still trusts me, but she still has her resolves, but it's a constant, never ending battle of trust.
We,
It's like yo,
no,
but
no, no,
I
Chris.
told
Chris, we talking
oh
about compliments.
go
We
ahead.
talking about compliments.
Oh,
I'm talking about. Listen, I'm not gonna sit up here and tell my woman, or my woman ain't gonna sit up here and tell me, oh, I'm fine. Everything. First of all, I don't want to hear that all the time, and she ain't gonna want to hear that all the time. She want to hear it sometimes. I want to hear it sometimes, but not all the damn time. Not all the time. That's what I'm talking about. Don't nobody want to hear that all the time. So I gotta go to work. Okay, I'll see you later. I don't want to hear that all the time. Like for example, like if a woman tell the truth and say, "Listen, I do not look beautiful today." Okay, but I got acid all on my face. I ain't got no lotion. I ain't got none of that. Listen, she's telling the truth. She's telling the truth. Anytime a woman step out of that door, they gotta look good. They don't want to look jacked up or stepping out of the door, right? They have to look good and to fix themselves before they walking out of that door. They don't want to looking like a roach, looking like a bowl, a puddle of mud. They want to step out the door looking like that. They want to look good before stepping out. So if a man sit up here talking like that, she's going to tell him, "Look, no, I don't." She's telling the truth. That she don't have a problem, but why? She has a problem because she's telling the truth. She's just being real. She's just keeping it 100 and 1,000. Wow. That's all she's doing. Like that with best in the world, or if you know you don't know what he's saying is cap. First of all, that's a religion type of thing, just like Grizz. That y'all's religion type of thing going on. That's totally different. That's totally different. So basically, what I'm saying is they don't want to hear that shit all the time. They don't want to hear it all the time. Okay, and I'm just being real. They don't. Sometimes they do, but they don't. Not all the time. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying they don't want to hear it at all. That's not what I'm saying. But go ahead, M3.
All right, I'm gonna just respond to the first question. Right? Did Common choose poorly when it comes to dating Tiffany Haddish? Right. So I'm gonna give my personal opinion to it. Right. Now, here's the thing. Right. I know y'all said that. Well, you know, Tiffany Haddish kind of made him, I guess woke or whatever, or made him better than what he was, or she brought something out of him that no other woman has brought out of him. Okay, I get that, right? But here's the thing: is that's what you're gonna say, right? To like, a psychopath, right? That breaks the windows out your car, like when you break up with her. Oh well, I made the best decision because even though she bust the windows out my car, but yet uh, she taught me how to love poetry or something like that, some bogus stuff, over exaggerating, you know. And so my answer is that look, he did chose poorly, and the reason why he chose poorly, right, is because deep down inside he knows. He should already know that she's not into him like that. She wasn't. But she couldn't really find the best man that she was looking for. And so she was settling with him. Now, I know y'all gonna say, well, these are still rumors and they probably still be together. So look, if they're still together or they get married or whatever, then we'll make a third stream out of it. Y'all could say M3 was wrong or whatever. But until then, this kind of makes sense. When a woman's not into you, when a man is not into you, and then you selling, you're gonna get a certain type of energy. Period. Point blank. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Right.
So let's go ahead and go to the number two.
And if he think, and before we get to
ahead.
the number two, this is the thing. If he did say this, oh, you're the most beautifulest girl in the world. Oh, did you? First of all, you've already noticed her when you was with how many wives you used to be with? 3, 4. So you thought about that when you was with your wife, when you was dealing with them singers? Is that what you thought? Did you tell them the same thing too? You're the most beautifulest woman in the world. That's fake. You capping. You is capping. So after you finish with Tiffany, what you gonna do? When you go to another girl, oh, she's the most beautifulest girl in the world. That's another cap. He capping. Oh my goodness, man. Go ahead.
I guess she's the most beautiful girl in the world at the moment, right?
He could say, listen, you're the most beautiful girls in the United States. In the United States, I would have believed him. But he talking about in the world. Man, get out of here. Get out of here. You didn't tell all your women that you told all your women the same thing. Get out of here. Go ahead.
let me get to the number two.
Yeah, let me read.
Does the Carmen and Tiffany Haddish situation a prime example of modern dating?
culture.
Oh, sorry, the modern dating culture.
I'm gonna let First Lady have it.
Hmm. No, I would say no because a lot of people will not give somebody who is not their type a chance in dating. A lot of people, a lot of women are not willing to let certain standards that they have go. They have this certain list they want to stick with, and they're not willing to push it aside. So you have some women that say, I want someone who's this tall. If someone who is not that tall comes to them, they're not even going to give him a chance. So I would say no, just because a lot of women are not willing to date someone who is not their type. If he doesn't have all these things on the list, a lot of women are not even willing to give someone a chance. So I would say no. Because if Tiffany said that he wasn't her first choice, a lot of women are not even gonna go there. And if they do, is because they just tired of being single. They just want to be in a relationship with somebody. Even in that case, it might not be the person that was the second choice. It might be just whatever person comes up. But as far as modern day dating, no. A lot of women are not willing to give someone who doesn't fit that list a chance. And I feel like that's part of the problem is that what they want is just so specific that if somebody comes along who has, like I said, even with the tall, if you're specific, like I need someone who's at least 6 foot tall, and somebody who's 5'10" comes along, you're like, oh nope, sorry, nope, you're not 6 foot. It's like, okay, he's 2 inches shorter. What the hell's wrong with that? So that's the thing, is that no, that isn't dating culture because women aren't willing to do that. So
Did she
CJ
break up with
Fowles,
him?
we don't
Did she say
know.
that? Yeah.
We don't know. Nobody said that. Nobody, neither one of them said they broke up with anybody. Somebody's just speculating on where their relationship is now. So we don't even know if they're actually together or not because neither Common or Tiffany Haddish has said what they are right now.
And like I said before, if we're wrong, hey, we will admit our wrongs. But everything is pretty much hypothetical in this situation. Even though you have credible news sources that are speaking out on this, but hey, I mean, who are we to judge? You know, in general, as an example, when a person, and it don't have to be a woman, it just men and women together. If a person's not into you and you're their second choice, like they're gonna treat you like you're their second choice, unless they find something better. Until they find something that's better in their eyes. Lynette Osborne, welcome to Knowledge Relationships live stream. If you are new, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the like, get the likes up as well too, everybody. So thank you for tuning in.
And Tiffany, that's listen, that's not going to last. Tiffany has way too much energy. It's like Tiffany can't stop moving at all. It's like she's moving every second. Every second she got to do something. Every second, even when she talks, you can tell by the way she talks. She talk fast. She has way too much energy for that man. Way too much energy. Okay, but it's I would say no, but she is a good example for getting the bag, making good investments, on her part. But far as her in Common, nah, it's no. She basically he's basically the side chick. He's basically the side chick. Well, I'm gonna say side piece. I'm gonna say he's the side piece for now. Because she ain't finna be dealing with him. She's only with him from the time being. She know who he is. She just went from the time being.
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't know who's in the media a lot, if it's her or if it's Common, but I'm gonna have to say that it's good for her. It's good for her. She needs all the attention that she needs right now. So for the time being, he's only good just for the time being.
Yeah, and to answer CJ's question, right? So how did he choose wrong if you have no actual side? To me, in my opinion, he chose wrong because you're choosing someone, right, that's constantly putting your relationship on blast from the media, saying that you are a second fiddle. You know,
Right.
I mean, look, I mean, if you're cool with like being someone's like sloppy seconds, or being second place, that's cool and all. But to me, I don't know how I feel about that. No, I know how I feel about that. You know, I just want to be in that type of relationship. If I'm just going to be like a second fiddle to somebody, you know, you could tell by the level of interest that a person has. And I'm just speaking things in general, but all of Tiffany had his comments about her relationship with Carmen is just a slight example of, in general, how people behave and what people say when they're not really into you like that, versus when they are into you. How do you all gather that with nobody speaking out? She said he's. Hold on.
She said he was the second field.
No, I'm not saying that she said he's second fiddle. I'm just putting it out there. In general, if you're like second fiddle to some woman or to some man or whatever, right? You're not gonna get that same affection to somebody who's really into you. I mean, look, y'all should know this, man. Anyway, though, I mean, look, forget about like just Carmen and Tiffany for a minute, right? Let's just speak things in general. If you're in a relationship with somebody, right, that is settling for you because that person feel like, all right, well, you're not really my type, but I'm going to give you a chance. Do you think that relationship is you? Do you think there's a good chance that relationship's going to stand strong?
Right. And they're both rich.
No. I'm saying
Oh,
no.
you talking about just general?
Yeah. I don't even care
Okay,
about
good.
the money or whatever, right? Forget about the money. Forget about the celebrities or whatever, right? I'm just saying for just people like us, right? Just people in general. If you was in a relationship, okay, with a man or a woman, right, and that person is telling all your friends or family members, right, that I'm not really into you, or you wasn't really my first choice, but I think I could grow to love you. Do you think that you have a high percent chance that the relationship's going to be strong? That you're going to get that affection versus somebody who she had her initial attraction for?
Mm,
And like I said, take Carmen and Tiffany out of the equation since we won't go there.
yeah.
So, yeah, even the people in chat, answer that question. You know, do you think? I said I don't have to repeat it now, but you know what I mean, basically. So that's just something to kind of like think about.
It is. Yeah.
So
It
what
is.
did she say to make y'all feel that she doesn't like him like that? Okay, so in our previous like live stream about this, right? You know, in most of these interviews that Tiffany has had, like she when she talked about the relationship, she made it clear that hey, like I wasn't really into him like that, but I grown to love him, you know, or like that type of stuff. But the thing is, and then you have other credible media sources or whatever, right? That put their perspectives into it, you know. But the thing is, if let's just say if right, if all this stuff is true, right, with the sources, right, that Tiffany and Carmen broke up or whatever, right, and she broke him up and she broke up with him, you know, everything that people speculated will actually pretty much like be validated.
Yep.
I mean, you could kind of tell, right? I mean, the level of energy, like the conversations or whatever, right? When you speak about somebody, when somebody's really into you, you could kind of tell, even you don't even know that person, right? But you could kind of tell like their passion when they speak about that person, you know. But
Yeah.
like I said, like I mean, look, we could be right, we could be wrong about this, but by the end of the day, I personally think that that the sources is true. I think that they're not together. But like I said, hey, I could be wrong, and I'm going to have to make a video and be like, you know what? Let me, M3 got to eat his own words and all that. So I'm okay with that, you know. But I just know, like in general, like besides Tiffany and Common, there are relationships that's like that when you don't have that high initial attraction for that person, and you try to settle, and when you try to settle, things does not go right. It doesn't end up right. Let me see.
Hey, go
Was
ahead. Sorry.
Tiffany had his expectations too high for Common?
First lady.
I don't know because I don't know what her expectations were. I mean, we know about the apartment building, but I don't know what her other expectations were, so I can't say that. Mm-hmm. I'd have to know what her expectations were to be able to really answer that question. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have much of an opinion to. Well, let me get to DJ Eddie.
Yeah. I agree. I agree with Tammy said. I don't know what her expertise was. I don't know. I don't know. But
yeah.
But listen.
You laughing at me? Is you laughing at me because this big ass cup that I got? Cover my whole damn
I love it. What's the number 4? Go to the number 4.
Right. Sure, maybe Best and Ron could answer that when he comes back. But hold on for a second. Actually, hold on. What you guys in the chat? All relationships are a risk. You could be happy today and break up tomorrow.
I agree.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's real.
I mean, in general life, like, man, like, anything that you do in life is a risk. Wherever, like, it would be like the choice of work, the pursuit of your career is a risk. Taking the COVID shots is a risk.
When he said you could be happy today and broke up tomorrow, I feel like all men, though, this is just me. We can sit up and we can love our women, they can love us back, but I feel like you should keep that door cracked open. You know what I'm saying? Just in case, because you never know these days. You've got women out there that have been with somebody for 20 years and been cheating on him for over 6 or 7 years. It's always good just to leave that door cracked so you can see what's going on, so you can keep an eye out, just in case, because you never know. That's why I wanted to put it.
What I will say is that if you've been dating people that's your type for X amount of years and all of those relationships ain't working out, you might want to reevaluate what your expectations is and pick somebody who ain't your type. I'm just saying, if everybody you picking ain't your type and their relationships ain't working out, you need to reevaluate what your type really needs to be. I will say that. There you go. Because I'm sorry, if you've been in relationship 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then things ain't working out, you might want to realize
Not
what
really.
your top choice is. Yes.
Not really, because not really. Because you could end up being in a relationship with 5 people, within the past, let's just say 4 years, and none of them just didn't work out.
And you know
but
what?
The problem is a lot of people haven't been around the world. They've just been in the United States.
What?
If you go down to China, or if you go to
India,
if you go to Jamaica, if you go to Africa, you may find somebody.
You know what? This is the problem.
That's the same way I read it.
So this is the thing.
I'm just saying, people just haven't been around the world. So
is that people jump into relationships and they don't even take the time to date and get to know the person. They jump into a relationship, jump into the next one, If you've been in 5 relationships in 4 years, did you even take the time to date the person before you jumped in that relationship? Like, take the time to date them and get to know them. But that's not necessarily true. I know a lot of people that they jump from one relationship to the next. They don't even give themselves time to breathe. They just hopping from one to the next. And so the thing about it is, That's the thing, is that you don't get in a relationship with every person that you date. You
women
need
or guys?
to date.
You said you know people. Women or guys? Which one you
I
talking
know both. I know both. And that's the thing, is that I think that's the issue a lot of times, is that people don't take the time to date. People just jump into a relationship. You know someone for 2-3 days, 2-3 weeks. Oh my gosh, we're together. You ain't even take the time to date the person. Like, take the time to get to know
Well,
them.
okay,
But
I
that's the
agree with you.
point.
I
But
agree
that,
with you on that.
yeah.
Relationship. So that's the
But
thing, is
Tammy,
that
that's the point
people
I was
don't take the time
making.
to do that. What?
But Tammy, that's the point I was making, that people will get into these relationships for
Yeah.
conveniency. You know,
Yeah,
it could
He
be
said that.
anything.
I do agree with that. And that's what I'm saying, is that if you keep getting in relationship with these people that you say are your type, and these relationships, you keep getting into one with this person that was your type, it didn't work out. Boom, you get in the next one, that person was your type, didn't work out. Boom, you get in the next one, that person your type, didn't work out. Boom, you get in the next one. It's like, okay, hold on a second. Do some reevaluating. Because either your type don't work or you don't work. Like, figure that out before you jump into something else. I'm just saying, because maybe the type that you looking for, you either not ready for, or you really don't know what you want. So reevaluate what that type needs to be. Because the reality, some people got these lists, like real specifics, and it's like, come on now, a height doesn't make or break a person. It don't.
But sometimes when people do that, a lot of folks have problems. They have a
And I
lot of
agree with
problems. Just
TJ.
like
People jump
there's
to
a lot of
relationships.
men, there's a lot of women out there
Right.
that have mental problems also.
But
So
like, that's the thing, is that if you take the time to date and get to know the person, that's something that
right,
you might figure out
exactly.
before you jump into a relationship. But that's like, some people don't do that.
Right,
So, and
right.
I agree with CJ. He says people jump in relationships without healing. People need therapy. I absolutely agree with
Yes,
that. I
I
agree
agree.
with that 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
I agree. I agree. But
Yeah.
can you agree that no matter if you do love your man or love your woman, is it safe to say to keep that door cracked open a little bit, so just to see what's going on? Is it safe to say that? Am I wrong to say that? Because there are a lot of people out there, and there are a lot of people out there. I ain't gotta do nothing. I know my women love me, but
So
then
here's
come
the
to find
thing
out
is,
that your woman was sleeping with your brother.
so
Come to find out he was
so
sleeping with your daddy. You know
okay,
what I mean?
so this is,
For over 5 years, and you just now find it out. So
so you
that's
know
why
what?
that's
So
why
this
I'm
is
like,
so
okay, it's safe to say keep that door cracked a little
so
bit.
this is what, so here's the thing, is that if you're in a relationship with me and you got your door open, we don't need to be together.
What?
Your door should not be open if we're together.
No, my door should be open. Just like
So
your listen.
then you know
No,
what?
look,
Yeah.
but
So
look, but look. Hold on, hold
no,
on.
because that's the thing
Don't
is that.
tell me. Listen.
So
So
this
you
is the
haven't
thing.
had
So
any.
this is
So
the thing.
listen, you've had bad experience too.
You're
Everybody
saying
had bad experience.
to have the door open,
Yeah,
allow
crack. You
someone
got the
else to
crack. Now,
come
I didn't
in.
say open. I said
No,
keep it cracked.
no,
Keep it cracked.
no.
Listen.
You don't need
Keep
to
it
have that
cracked.
shit cracked.
Keep it
That
cracked. Yes,
don't
yes.
need to
You
be
do need to keep it
cracked at
cracked.
all.
Yes,
You
you need to
leave
keep it
that door
cracked.
cracked, I'm gonna crack your ass over the head. I'm just saying.
You need to. No, hold on. No,
No,
hold on. Slow your roll.
no,
Slow your roll.
no,
Slow your roll.
no,
Listen, you
no,
need to keep the crack open
no.
a little bit. Because
No,
don't
then
sit
what?
there and
Wait.
don't
So
listen.
okay, here's
Hold
the
on.
thing:
Wait.
if you gonna leave the door cracked,
You've had
why are
bad
you in a
experience.
relationship?
A lot of people
Why
have
be
bad
in a
experience
relationship if you
in
gonna leave it cracked?
relationships. So by
Why
you
be in a
having the door
relationship if
open,
you gonna leave it
it's a
cracked?
good idea. So
No.
so I mean
If
I
you
agree.
gonna leave the door cracked, don't even get in that relationship. Because
Why?
you're not fully in
Why?
there. You're not
Okay,
fully
let
in.
me
You're
get
not
hold on.
fully
Let
in.
me get some
So don't
clarification.
even leave it cracked. Don't
Okay.
even be in that.
I say,
Don't do that.
Okay, hold on. Let me
look what
get some
happened.
clarification. Yeah,
Look
yeah.
what happened to that football player. Okay, or was he a basketball player? You see what that woman did to him?
You talking
So
about
she
PJ Washington?
yeah. So
But that's not everybody.
when he got famous, look what happened. Now that lady taking up
That
for how much
doesn't
money?
happen to
So how
everybody.
much money? For how much
That
money?
doesn't happen to everybody.
But it's his
That
fault
doesn't happen to
because
everybody.
he
I'm
didn't keep that
sorry.
Okay,
door
hold on.
cracked.
Wait, hold on. I
I'm
gotta get
sorry.
clarification. Hold on. Let me get some clarification before I lose my point, right? So the thing is, right? Okay, leaving the door cracked. Oh, well, okay, hold on. I got mutual okay. Leaving the door cracked open, right? Okay. Are you saying like, okay, once you're in a committed relationship, or are you saying like, you're casually dating, because there's a difference, right? Especially the way how modern relations are. If you're casually dating people, right? Are you saying leave the door open where you don't put all your eggs in one basket until you find the right person, like your soulmate? Or are you saying that while you are in a committal relationship?
Both. I'm saying
Nope.
both. I didn't say open. Hold on. Let me speak.
Nope.
Let me speak. I didn't say open. I said cracked. I said keep it cracked.
That's still open.
That means you're gonna you still
if it ain't
at
closed,
the end of the day.
it's
At the end
open.
of the day,
If it ain't
sometimes
closed,
you do
it's
have
open.
to keep an eye out. You have to keep an eye out sometimes because you never know. Okay, listen. There's been a lot of tragedies behind relationships, man, because they didn't keep that door cracked. Look what happened to the
Who
famous.
hurt you, Eddie King?
Okay,
Who
look
hurt
what happened
you?
to the famous.
Who hurt you, Eddie?
There we go.
Now here she go. Now here
Who
she
hurt
go.
you?
Now here
Who
she
hurt
go.
you?
She know
Who
damn
hurt you?
well she
Who
had
hurt
bad
you?
experience in her
Who
relationship. She
hurt
talking about who
you?
hurt me.
Who
And,
hurt
but
you?
look,
Who
what I'm
hurt
saying
you?
is,
For you to
Hold on,
say,
Tammy. Hold on,
you to say,
Tammy. Hold on. He was still
hold
talking.
on.
Hold on.
Let
Nobody
him
didn't hurt
go
him.
at it. Let him go. Stop him. Let
No,
him
no, hold
go.
on. Well,
He's a
nigga,
grown
go
man.
ahead, but let
He's a grown man.
one
He's
at a.
fine.
Hold on,
He's fine. Let him go back and
Stop
forth. They
talking
talking.
over. Stop talking over people. Let
No,
him
let him
talk
go.
first.
Let him go.
And
They
then they
debating.
could
Let him
go.
debate.
But DJ Eddie will talk, okay? And then when he talks, let Tammy talk.
okay,
Let them debate. Let them debate. Let them go back and forth.
Yeah,
It's
they can
fine.
debate, but we can't hear what they debate if they're talking over each other.
I can hear him. Go ahead, talk, y'all.
No,
Go.
he's good. No, I know. DJ Eddie can go, and I'll go after him. Go ahead, DJ Eddie.
Thank you. DJ Eddie King? Oh, what happened? DJ Eddie King?
I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Did he freeze?
He might have.
Oh, let me see. Hold on.
Oh.
Okay, DJ Eddie King. Let me see. Damn, I don't know what happened. I ain't gonna lie, this conversation was getting kind of good.
Hello. Yeah.
Okay, welcome back. Hey.
All right.
Intrigued by Nick. Hello, girl.
Okay.
Sister. How you doing?
Hey, Anika.
No, intrigued by Nick. Salute to the sister though. Thank you for tuning in to Knowledge Relationships on YouTube.
Yeah, salute.
Listen,
like and subscribe.
Okay, listen. All I'm saying is right for the women too, for the women and men. Okay, when you're dating, when you in a relationship or married, yes, to me it is important to have that door cracked open a little bit. Okay, I'm saying it has to be sometimes, not all the time, but the majority of the time. Sometimes you got to keep an eye out. We've heard these stories. All of us heard these stories. We've heard people been together for 14, 15, 20 years. Come to find out she was cheating or he was cheating or he was cheating on her with her cousin and all this type of stuff. You know, we've heard a lot of stories. So that's why I feel, I think a lot of men need to come out of this love mentality sometimes and start paying attention to, because a lot of men, they be showing love. They don't pay attention to nothing. They don't pay attention. For 30 years, they don't. Like, it's been men in a relationship, they ain't paid attention in 25 years. And, cause they didn't have they didn't be giving a lot of signs like, hey man, I've seen your girl, man. She was talking to this to Anthony, or to Eric, man, for like 3 hours, bro, and this that. Man, I ain't worried about that, man. That's my homie. Blah 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 blah. Come to find out, she was cheating with him. I'm all I'm saying is it's better that way, to keep an eye out, not all the time, just sometimes. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. What is wrong with that?
Can I go now?
Tell me what's wrong with that. Tell me what's wrong with that. Just tell me what's wrong with that.
Can I go now, M3?
Yeah.
So, like I said, if the door is cracked, the door is open. Whether it's cracked a little bit, an inch, a centimeter.
You open the door.
Hold on. Tammy's talking.
So, if the door is cracked, the door is open. And if we're in a relationship and you got your door cracked, we don't need to be together. I'm not saying that you need to make sure you're paying attention to things, you're looking at red flags and things like that. Absolutely, you're always supposed to do that. But if you're in a committed relationship, you're married, leave the door cracked. What in the hell? No, no. If you feel like you got to leave the door cracked, then you shouldn't even be in that relationship anyway.
Leaving the door open is being too insecure.
There's nothing wrong with paying attention to red flags. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're supposed to be doing.
That's what I mean by keeping the door cracked.
That's not leaving the door cracked. That's not leaving the door cracked. No, that's not what you do.
Yes.
You do not do that. You're in a committed relationship. You're married, and of course I'm not married, but I know when I get married, I'm not leaving the damn door cracked because cracked is open.
Being in a relationship is just like being married.
That's like saying a little white lie is not a lie. Yes, it is. A white lie is a lie.
Being married is the same thing.
So like I said, leaving the door cracked means you're leaving the door open.
Leaving the door cracked and open is two different things.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You know the only there's a difference between it being wide open and cracked open. Either way, the door is still open.
No,
either way, the door is still open.
Cracked. I'm saying it's cracked.
Open. The door is open if it's cracked. If it's not fully closed,
that's your definition.
Thank you. Intrigued by me. Crack lets people move in. Thank you very much. Yes, you leave that door cracked. You allow us. Yes, thank you.
No. That's not. That's your definition.
Like I said.
That's your definition.
Do not leave the door cracked.
That's your definition.
The cracked door is an invitation.
Crack is whack.
Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Queen.
But that's a different. That's a different type of crack. We're not talking about that. That's a different type of crack.
It don't matter.
We're talking about the door. Yes, it does matter. We're talking about the door. We're talking about the door. So we're not talking about that. That's your definition.
And by the way, commercial relationships don't condone crack.
Like I said,
we're talking about keeping the door cracked.
Like I said, you should. If you are in a relationship, if you're in a relationship with somebody that you feel like you gotta leave the door cracked, you shouldn't even be in that relationship anyway.
So let me ask you a question. So you never been cheated on?
Yeah, I've been cheated on.
Yeah, exactly. Because you didn't keep the door cracked. See that, and that's what happens. And that's what happens. And that's what happens.
No. Because
look, you shut the door. You shut the door.
Here's the thing.
All right.
So Eddie King.
All right. Just like a restroom door. You close the door. You shut the door closed. You came to the restroom with no quarter.
Hello.
Hold on.
Eddie King. Here's the thing. That's like saying that every person that got cheated on should have known. That's not necessarily the case.
Yes, it is.
Because there's plenty of stories where people, like there's a story that I saw about this woman. Her husband had a whole family and she did not know. He did not do anything different. Maybe she just wasn't paying attention to certain things. But just because I got cheated on doesn't mean, you should have left the door cracked. No.
Yeah, you should have let the door crack. And that's what happened. You kept that door closed. You kept that door closed, and that's what happened.
Okay, you know what? And you know what, Eddie King? And that's why your ass is probably single.
And that's okay. How you know I'm single? How do you know? How do you know?
In a relationship.
How do you know?
Because your ass keeps leaving doors open.
Listen. And that's the thing. And it's the thing about women. That's the thing about women. The women think they know everything. They think they know everything and see everything and hear everything. They really do not know.
You letting your business out.
Okay, they really do not know nothing.
Yeah, this shit's going way left.
What business?
You giving a door crack station? Come on now.
She mad. She's emotional.
Let me hop in the middle, man, so that I can separate you two. Okay.
She's emotional. That's all.
Round two fight.
Let me say something.
Jerry.
All right. Okay, go ahead, because you haven't spoke yet. Actually, and then we got to get to Queen too, though. But go ahead. If you don't know, now you know.
Listen,
Don't know, now you know.
Thank you. That's why I'm glad I got out the game when I got out the game, man, because nowadays DJ Eddie is right. Nowadays,
yes.
DJ Eddie is right. You better leave that door. You better leave it cracked. Not effort. You better leave it wide open. I'm sorry. I hate to say it. Right?
Bro, come on.
I try to be nice. I can't be nice. I'm sorry. Look, man. Keep your options open at all times. All right? Especially nowadays. I hate to say it. With these hot girl summers and all that, you really can't. You can't really trust nobody at all. I hate to say it, you know what I mean, but you just can't. You can't trust them. Can't trust. Can't trust men. Excuse me. Can't trust men. You can't trust women. Not the modern day man or woman. No. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I'm saying, I hate to say it. You know what I mean, but you know, your views of love is passe. It don't exist nowadays. Somewhat. It's basically probably less than maybe less than 1 to 5%, honestly. And I hate to say that. But
what does money have to do with getting cheated on?
Yeah, I don't know what that means. But anyway, I'm gonna keep going. Shout out to CJ Cows. That's my homie. Shout out to him. High value nurse. Shout out to him. You know what I mean? CJ, if you want to jump on and make your point, man, definitely. If you have time. You know, please like subscribe to his channel. Please like Queen of Talking. Please like and subscribe to his channel, High Value Nurse.
I agree with CJ. I agree with CJ.
And you know, and yeah, the bro CJ, he got his point, but you know what I mean, we definitely love you, CJ. You know that already, bro. I'm not trying to take away from your point. But yeah, you know, with that being said, like
negative,
you better keep your options open nowadays in the modern dating game now. You know.
Yes, sir.
Man, Tammy, I wish you would have got wifed up at least like 10, 15 years ago. You would have found your good man 10, 15 years ago. But nowadays, it ain't happening for you, Captain. I hate to say it, but your views on relationships is just.
Like, that's the thing is, dating is different.
Hold on.
Dating is different.
Let him finish.
Let me finish. I don't care if you're single, married, engaged, half engaged, kids, whatever. Unfortunately, you got to keep the door cracked. I hate to say it, man. I hate to say it.
I don't agree with this, but
I agree.
I mean,
I hate to say it nowadays. Nowadays, hold on. Nowadays, let me finish. Let me finish. I'm talking about if you're trying to get married now, right now. If you're trying to get married right now, you better keep your door cracked open. If you're trying to get married right now, right now, yeah. I'm not talking if you're already married. If you're already married, then it's different. If you already got married, I say within the last 10, 15 years, your relationship is different. We're a whole different kind of generation. The people who got married. You know, back about 10, 15 years ago, we're completely different. These people now, oh, they crazy.
And that's all I'm saying.
They crazy. And it's both men and women. So tell me, the views that you got, like I said, like you like 10, 15 years too late, girl. I hate to say it.
Well,
Wait, hold on. Tammy, that's a problem. Tammy,
let him talk. Let him finish.
I mean, he was cool. You guys debated.
This is your problem, Tammy. You can debate with me. This is your problem, Tammy. This is your problem. I told you this. When it comes to certain things, you don't listen. You gotta start listening, Tammy. I'm trying to give you the manual. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to really help you.
I said that manual.
I am the manual. Try to make this happen. And that's what, like, if you find a man that is on your perspective, man, you better snatch him up quick, real quick. Okay, you better snatch him up like the last top ramen on the grocery shelf. You better snatch him up like the last leaf in the Target store. You better snatch him up. If you don't, guess what? You have to be back in the savage land. Right now, it's a savage land. These people are nuts. They want 2 or 3 partners. They want to mess with animals. They want to mess with all types of stuff, man. Like, it's crazy. You know what I mean? So you gotta really, 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 really keep your options open nowadays, man, in the modern dating market. I hate to say it, but that's just what it is, y'all. I hate to say it. It's sad but true.
Oh, in Blaze's comments, she says, "Men on the panel, are your doors cracked?" You know, my door is closed and is locked. Okay, I don't need nobody coming my door. All right. All right, whatever.
So what's the question?
No, we'll talk about that later.
What's the question? What was the question?
The question is, do you leave the door cracked?
Yeah, pretty much. Do you?
But you already gave the answer. You said crack is whack. You already said it.
Yeah, but she said crack is right for the guy who leave the door open though. But she ain't saying that about the women though.
I was just joking.
Let me answer Blaze Brown. Queen, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna answer Blaze Brown's question. No. Here's the thing. There's a difference between leaving the door cracked and always watching behavior. So I will agree with Tammy on that one. Mm-hmm. You better always watch behavior, okay? Always. I don't care who it is. Always watch behavior, no matter what. You know what I mean? And that's number one. But, no.
His door is locked.
I'm answering for myself and my own man. I'm answering for myself and my own man. You know what I mean? Like I said, you always watch behavior. You always watch behavior. That's all I'm going to say. But high value, Queen, I'm going to let Queen go after high value nurse because he don't have a lot of time.
Go ahead, high value.
Shout out to CJ, man.
What's up, high value?
What's going on, man? The champion.
What's up?
First of all, let me say this is a phenomenal show. I have been laughing the whole time at work. Listen, we got the internet on our screen at work, so I got it playing all through the facility. So the whole crew laughing. They love the conversation.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah. And but yeah, so leaving the door cracked, man. Y'all wilding, bro. Y'all is wilding, bro. Listen, if you go into a relationship leaving the door, is it okay for your woman to leave the door cracked?
Yeah, she could. Yeah, is it
what?
Important? Yes.
No, stop. No, you can't.
Look, look, CJ, you listen. You know, there's billionaires and millionaires, and they cheat too. Now remember that. So you got the women got to do that too. I'm not just saying for the men, but the women got.
But here's if you going into a relationship with that mindset, why get in one?
Because people want comfort.
Yeah.
This goes back to what I said. People just only get into these relationships based off of convenience. It's not about no love that's involved. It's about what benefits for them. But in the long run, it's going to bite them in the butt.
Yeah. Yeah, that love stuff nowadays is out the window. Nowadays. I'm not saying 10, 15 years ago. Nowadays, that love stuff, please. That love stuff gets you hurt.
Yeah.
When you say leave the door crack, I interpreted it at first as, always keep yourself right so you can pull a new chick at any moment. Listen, I always thought that if a man is constantly on his purpose, chasing money and staying in shape, he ain't gonna ever have a problem pulling a woman.
That's different.
So I don't know, man. I just feel like relationships, I wouldn't even, if I honestly felt like that about my woman, that she leaving the door cracked and I need to leave her door cracked, I wouldn't even get in it. I would just be single and just go mess with different broads.
But let me ask you a question. Do you know anybody? I ain't gonna say anybody. Let's just say in general. Do you know an issue with a marriage couple or that guy is cheating, or come to find out that woman is cheating? Have you heard stories about that? Yes or no?
You said it was breaking up in the middle. You said have I heard stories? Well, what happened?
Yeah, I'm saying, have you heard stories of anybody that's married or in a relationship that has been together for 25 years, right? But they come to find out either the guy or the girl cheated on this man, and they've been together for 25 years, and let's just say the girl didn't know or the guy didn't know. Have you heard stories like that?
Of course.
Yeah, right, and that's why I said sometimes it's important to keep that door cracked because you never know.
So what do you mean by keeping the door cracked? What exactly do you mean by that?
Just be like, okay, check this out. You can tell your girl you love her. She could say the same thing, but then you want to make sure that love is still there. You got to make sure that love is still there because love can change at any moment.
And unfortunately, some of these relationships that did get married 10, 15, 20 years ago, sometimes some of the spouses, man, they're trying to keep up with the new generation. So sometimes you got to keep the door cracked open. Even now, if you're married, man, like it's sad, man. Like because the older generation now, the old heads, they want to keep up with the young heads. These people that was over 45. Hold on, let me explain. The people that's over 45 now, over 45 and 50, they trying to still keep up with the young cats. They still trying to be up in the club and all that. So it's wild out here. I got an uncle now. He's still putting like old Snoop Dogg covers on his Facebook. He still think it's 95. His day is gone, but he's still in the twilight zone. So you got a lot of craziness going on in the dating game, man. You got the old heads trying to keep up with the new heads. It's just a lot of craziness in Western culture relationships, basically now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I hate to say it, yo. I really hate to say it. I really do believe in love, but that love stuff right now, like they say in the hood, that love stuff get you killed.
Yeah. Yes,
I hate to say it. I really hate to say it. Like I hate to say this, man. Like they always say, the streets ain't got no love, and these relationships ain't got no love either. I hate to say it, man.
So when you say keeping the door cracked, do you mean like having a side chick or something? Because I'm still not understanding what that means.
Are you talking to me? Okay. No, this is what I mean. It's not like having a side chick or nothing. I'm saying keep that door cracked so you can, to make sure that love is still there. To make sure that your woman still have love for you, even though y'all love each other. Make sure that, I'm not saying all the time. I'm just saying sometimes, because you never know.
Are you saying like put her through a shit test?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying putting nobody to the test. I'm not saying nothing. I mean, if you want to put it like that, okay. If you want to do it like that, then you could. But I'm just saying, like, keep an eye out. You never know. Whatever test you want to say, okay, cool. But I'm just saying, keep that door cracked, just to keep an eye out, just in case.
Wait, okay.
Just in case.
Okay, let me hold on. I gotta say this. Got a question. Okay, wait, hold on, Mister.
But it's hard, man.
Yeah, hold on. Hey, Mister, hold on for a second, right? So DJ Eddie, right? Okay, let me ask it in a better way, right? Are you saying that you should kind of be open to different options?
You said different options?
Yeah, like basically like have some options on the side, Like you have your chicken, right? But you have like a side of salad.
No, I'm not saying that. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying have no side chick. I'm not saying nothing like that. I'm not saying nothing like that. I'm just saying keep that door cracked, keep an eye out a little bit. Even though y'all may love each other, but still, you don't know. Just like we don't know if we wake up tomorrow. We don't know. We try to spend as much time as we can with our family or friends or whatever. Like how I'm spending my time with you. You never know. So that's what I mean. Like keep that door cracked. You just never know. She might go off or he might go off and do some cheating behind your back. You never know. So that's what I mean. Just keep that door cracked. Just keep an eye out. Just a little bit.
Can I say something real quick?
Hold on, Tammy. Let me give a disclaimer real quick. Then you can rock. And also, we got to remember this, man. The fluid relationships are real. All right? We got to remember that. LGBTQ is real. So there's people who are into men and women and women. There are people who, they may have a girlfriend, but they want a boyfriend too. Yeah. And that's something that's more acceptable in society nowadays. Like I said, I hate to say these things, man. I really hate to say, but this is reality. Yeah. This is the world we're living in. These blended families and extended families, this is real, man. They got TV shows about this. Like, this is no joke. Yeah. Like I said, like the foundation of me, like I grew up with grandparents who were married for 50 years. So my foundational base is like I believe in love. But this world nowadays, they just don't, man. They don't, and I hate to say it. Tammy, go ahead.
So this is what I will say. Now I understand a little bit more about what Aiken's saying. I think what he's trying to say is make sure you're paying attention to red flags. Is that what he's saying? Because I'm with CJ. What he was thinking it meant was exactly what I was thinking it meant. That's why I'm like, if you're gonna be having your door cracked and leaving it open for other people, it's like you shouldn't be with that person anyway. Like you shouldn't be in the relationship. What do you mean leaving?
I didn't say leaving open for other people. I'm not saying that.
There's one. If you're talking about leaving it cracked, as far as making sure you're paying attention, making sure that you're watching out for red flags, that's one thing. But when I hear leave the door cracked, that is understood as, well, don't just be fully invested. Make sure you got this other person on the side just in case things don't work out.
No. See, that's not how I'm putting it.
Okay, so now I can say I do agree with paying attention to red flags. I don't agree. So maybe that's where the miscommunication. That's why I was like, oh no. I'm not going to get in a relationship with somebody who got the door cracked so that somebody else like, no, that's not gonna happen, and we're not gonna be together if you got your door cracked. Because if I'm in a relationship, my door is closed.
I gotta keep an eye on you. What are you talking about?
But I'm gonna definitely keep my eye out for red flags that pop up. Absolutely.
But
so DJ AK, that's what you meant? Like red flag?
These men, they be so in love with their woman, they not paying attention. And then when they find out 20 years later, they next thing you know, they up in John George. They get crazy now. And this is what happens, man. Like a lot of killings, like this. A lot of women out here, a lot of women out here get murdered because of stuff like this, because of what I'm talking about the majority of them of what they're doing, because they've been cheating on a man for 15 years, 20 years, and he just now finding out, and he didn't know. He's wilding because he didn't know. So he didn't have that door open. He didn't have the door not open, but cracked. He didn't have it cracked. Okay, and that's what happens. So I want the man to pay
watch
attention.
Out for, stay on alert.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Okay.
Listen, I mean that, and I mean sometimes you may have to have somebody on the side. I hate to say it, but it's true. I hate to say it. I hate to say it.
Yeah, but you're not going to put that on practice, though.
I hate to say it. And the reason why I'm saying that is because nowadays, unfortunately, like I said, look, this is not all on the women, okay? I know Eddie gave you an example of the women, but I'm gonna give you an example of the men. There's them undercover brothers.
Yeah.
They like Michelle, but they also like Michael.
Yeah.
You gotta watch out. That's a real thing. There's books about these are real. I'm not just talking to be talking. Like, this is real life. This is what we sometimes we living in.
Yes, sir.
So you gotta be careful, man. You know what I mean? If you think you gotta have somebody on the side, then you're probably better. Or maybe don't be in a relationship with that person at all. You know what I mean? Like, that's just a reality situation with the drug culture. People, people like to turn up and put all these substances and liquor in their body, and it messes with their mind and their emotions, and they just be doing all types of crazy stuff, bro.
Right.
And some of the stuff they probably don't even remember. That's the crazy part about it, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So we just got it's a sad time, man. It's a sad time for the dating game. I feel bad for the people who kind of really still believe in love, man. Like, I feel bad for them because in Western culture, this love stuff kind of really don't exist no more. It's really just a theory. I hate to say it.
Right. Yes, sir.
CJ Kyles, what you think about this now? Now since you got the clarification and all, but yet Mr. Still says keep the doors open for side chicks.
Well, as far as staying on alert, I mean, yeah, you use common sense to feel energy and look for bad things. But as far as keeping a side chick, I'm a big believer in karma. I don't play with other people's women, and hopefully nobody will play with mine. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And, my pops told me a long time ago, a woman can break bad at any moment. You always keep yourself up to a point to where you can just pull a new chick at any moment. A lot of dudes become complacent, fat, and lazy once they get into a relationship. So, yeah, I understand that. And that's what breeds insecurity. Once you stop chasing your dreams and your goals and focus 100% on the woman, that's when you lose. You never do that. You always supposed to put yourself first and keep grinding. And listen, you ain't gonna never not have a woman chasing that bag and keeping your body right. That's a fact. That's a whole fact. That's the last thing you got to worry about is maintaining a chick. Because if they see you know how to get the bag and you got a nice body, you in. I mean, but I don't play that cheating game, man. That's how you get killed. And yeah, I ain't trying to have that karma.
Right, but I was just saying, like, for the men and women to stay alert. That's all I was saying. For the men and women to stay alert. So I'm not saying side chick. I ain't saying nothing. I'm just saying stay alert. That's all I'm saying.
Well, yeah. You always want to watch out for that.
I said sometimes that may be a necessary thing if you're gonna deal with certain people. If you're gonna deal with certain people, and you know they out there and they really out there. You know they live in a certain type of lifestyle. Then yeah, and if you still want to deal with them, then yeah, you may need to probably talk to somebody else too. If you're gonna deal with that person, you know what I mean? But like I said, all in all, I would love it to be like it was like how my parents and my grandparents grew up when they really believed in love and love was a real thing. Like I would love that time. You know what I mean? Always and forever. All them type of songs that make you feel good. I wish it was that type of era, man. But we out of that. Unfortunately, like that just don't exist. And it exists on a very small scale, unfortunately.
Hate to say it, but it's true.
I'm gonna be honest though. I don't think love, like that love you talking about, I don't think it was that prominent back then. I just think now social media, everybody has a camera. Not your grandpa, but it was men back in the 50s and his 40s who had whole families on the other side of town. You never knew about it. Back then, side chicks had respect and honor of some sort. But it's nothing's changed. The only thing that changes is the date and technology. You know what I'm saying?
You said a key word. What did you just say? You said respect and honor. That's the difference.
Right. Nonetheless,
that's the difference, bro.
It has changed.
Wait, hold on. She's still talking though. Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't want to interrupt nobody.
No. You were still talking.
Well, no. All I was saying is that only thing that's changed is technology. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now it's cool to be a side chick. You're right. That's different. But it was cool to be a side chick. It's cool to be a side chick now. Back then it wasn't. You know, you had respect to not go up to that man's house where his other wife is and his other family is. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, plus women are working now. A lot of women weren't working back then, and I think it's a whole lot of things that's changed. That's why the people who's grinding, the ones that's on a purpose and who's making that money and staying right, they really have no issues with that. Women come and they go. But if you find somebody that's thorough and you thorough, you're going to track what you are. So that's my thought.
Like right now, women was the what have made it more popular to they'll come out and tell you, like, I want to be the side chick. They'll tell you that. The majority of them, they'll tell you.
It's wild now, man. It's wild. But Queen, go ahead, Queen. We sorry we interrupted you. Sorry. Go ahead, Queen.
No, I was going to say, I think it has changed. I think there's always levels of, I think life, people's always cheated. I mean, that's nothing new. But I do believe that today, I feel like, people feel like they have multiple options and nobody wants to commit. Yep. So that to me is what it means to leave the door crack. Is a lack of commitment. I don't want to give you all of me. I don't want to expose that. So in order not to do that, I'm going to spread myself around. I'm going to give this person a little bit. I'm going to give this, so I don't have to commit. So I think that's what's going on now. I think people don't want to commit to each other. Everybody just want to be free willy and fluid and float around like, seaweed in the ocean. And, I think that's the problem. Nobody wants to commit. That's why you got hot girl summer. I've seen it. I grew up, I had someone who, lived in my area. I'm not going to say too much. Married with two kids. And she was like, I don't want to be with you. She basically had a hot girl summer before hot girl summer was summer. And she went around and dated and slept with everything she could get, And then the husband was like, okay, cool. Well, your hot girl summer has become a hot girl life because I'm divorcing you. I don't want you back because you played me. We were separated. We were supposed to be working on ourselves, but you want to think it because you think you lost 5 pounds and you lost 5% of your mind. So now be by yourself. And then got mad when he had a hot girl life with his new wife and kids. So, I think it's commitment. I think people don't have a level of commitment. I think everybody wants this quick gratification, this quick satisfaction, this quick, thing. And I think what you said, CJ, is true. Like, doing what you doing unto others will come back to haunt you. So if you want the door crack, you got to worry about all these red flags. Then be by yourself and figure out what you want. Get to know the person. Don't get committed. Get to know them. Build. Get to know different people, and then figure it out. But leading people on actually leads to a lot of grave sites these days because people are crazy.
But let me ask you a question to Queen. Queen, let me ask you a question. So for modern people that's dating right now, the modern people that's dating right now in the Wild Wild West, as I call it, the modern society of dating, can they really have those that real expectations and all the things you're talking about? Like, is that really a reality? So this is crazy out here.
I think it. Am I echoing? Am I good? I think it can happen. I think people got to be patient because I think people are they want instant gratification. But in order for that to happen, you really got to know thyself. Like you really got to know what you want. You got to know what you're not going to tolerate. You got to know what you like, what you don't like. And you have to have boundaries. Like you have to set perimeters as to how you're going to move. And if a person's not willing to move and you compromise within each other's boundaries or whatever, then you got to let it go. Don't try to wait and figure it out, and if you see red flags, pay attention to them. But I think to me, my mindset with someone saying leave the door crack is leaving options open. And I don't believe in, if I believe my boat is safe, I don't believe in having another lifeline. My boat is safe. I got my floaty device. I know how to swim. I'm good. But having all these tugboats attached, that's not a good look. You got to let something go to move forward.
Can I present a theory?
Sure.
I'm a firm believer. Now, y'all, this might sound crazy to y'all, but I think men 18, from the ages of 18 to 30, should be only focused on working and becoming the best version of themselves. And I believe, and I know men want sex. And this is why I am in full, and hear me out, I am in full support of escort services. Because if you, but here's where I'm going. Watch where I'm going with this. If you give an 18-year-old boy who's full of hormones and testosterone, and he has that outlet without wasting so much time on trying to chase tail, right? He can put that time and energy into developing himself, go knock his rocks off when he wants to, and then focus on that energy. That way, okay, I've got the lust out of my mind. Now I can focus on when I get to my real self, or when I get to the best version of myself, I can see what I really want as a man versus just thinking with my Johnson. So I'm all in favor for escorts.
But that's called lack of self-control. And then you feel like anytime you want to knock your rocks off, you just going to get it. That builds a pattern. That's a learned behavior. It's called self-control for a reason. So every time you get hard, you get horny, you're going to go knock your rocks off, even if your wife or your girlfriend don't want to have sex. That's
no. That's not what I mean.
That's not what I mean.
Okay.
That's not what I mean.
Okay.
No, I'm saying from the ages of 18 to 30, a man shouldn't even focus on being in a relationship. He should be focused on working, getting the bag, and becoming the best version of himself. And when he needs to get off, he go pay her little $200-300, a professional, not no skeezers off Backpage, a professional, and go
get the corner girls,
right, and go knock it out the park. And that's that. He can go back to work. He don't gotta waste no time chasing and thirsting and simping after chicks when he could just pay his little bread and go to work.
Okay.
Okay. So I think I don't. I hear.
Hold on, Queen. Hold on. Can we please clip that? We gotta use that, bro. That was crazy.
Hey, look, man. I was trying to thought about that a long time ago when I was on my purpose before marriage. But then at the time, I don't really think I needed like the escort anywhere, so I could just get that shit for free.
Yeah, I mean,
whatever.
I'm sure you could, but I'm just saying, like the amount of time going on dates and texting and all that.
But it actually teaches you patience, because a lot of times the problem with that situation and getting your rocks off anytime you want to is that's why women are getting raped, because men don't know how to pull themselves back when they told no. So I don't think that's okay, and I don't think that's funny.
Wait,
a
Queen.
serious situation.
Wait,
Queen. Wait. I'm trying to understand what you mean. Like you saying that's where patience come in. You talking about by taking girls on dates before sex?
Well, yeah, you teach a boy how to be a man in court. You teach a boy how to be a man and be patient. You teach a boy how to be a man and control himself.
Or
that's what it is. So teaching a boy, teaching a boy that, oh, don't waste your time with that. Go get that money. And anytime you want to get your rocks off, just go pay somebody. That's why a lot of women get raped, because little boys become boy men and they don't know how to take no. Hold on. They don't know how to take no for an answer. And then they control people and they don't know how to accept a woman saying no despite their situation and their rocks being hard, and women get raped. That's why rape is so high. That's why little boys in preschool and elementary school are raping little girls. So don't talk like it's not
okay. Hold on. I'm next. Hold on.
He said 18 to 30.
Don't matter.
Okay, wait. Hold on.
Boys become men. Look up the statistics. This is the field I work in, and I don't play with this. That's not funny. That's not okay.
You said 18 to 30. You're talking about preschool.
Listen to me. I'm talking.
But you're basically
talking about preschool. To teach a little boy to get his rocks off anytime he wants to. That teaches him that anytime he's hard,
I'm trying to
you're taking it somewhere else. You're taking it somewhere else.
Hold on. Let me say something right,
because 18 to 30. That's what he said. He didn't say preschool.
Okay, let me say this, right? Because
doesn't matter.
Wait, hold on.
Queen,
hold on. You know, hold on. I got mute y'all. Hold on for a minute. Hold on, Queen, right? You're missing the point, right? Nobody talking about the little boys, right? And the point that I was gonna say, right, which that's why I'm still laughing, right? I'm not talking about the little boys or whatever, right? But I'm saying that, well, that's why you have friends with benefits, right? That can teach you the friendship, to value friendships, right? I mean, look, I'm old school, so that was my times. Okay, if I need to get my rocks off, I always have one of my best female friends to go to or whatever, right? I don't care about the status or whatever. I just know, like, hey, we're friends, we're homies, but you know, your friend is in need or something, you know, and that's what friends are for. That's what friends are for.
First of all, I just want to clarify my statement. I never said anything about little boys or anything like that. I said grown men, and I said the purpose of this will be for men ages 18 to 30. Mm-hmm. They should be on their purpose, not worried about being in relationships, because that throws a lot of men off from their potential. Yeah. And when I say professional, I don't mean in Vegas, they have a whole brothel. Okay. They have a whole brothel. These women are tested regularly. This is their business. I'm not saying some old back page chicks. Right. What I am saying is that men ages 18 to 30 years old should be focused on getting the bag and getting their bodies right. So that way, when they do decide to date, they're not worried about sex, because they can get sex. They're looking for something of substance. That's my point. I don't know where that went. Right. but that's all I was saying.
Right. Yeah. Let's and to clarify, right? Of course, like, we're not gonna make fun of, like, you know, young men and women, like, you know, getting raped. Like, that's not our style.
That's horrible.
Like, and I'm not even just saying with knowledge relationships, but I'm for sure everybody who's a streamer is not going to get down like that. But at a legal age, right? If you are in need and you have the money to pay for it, you might as well just pay for it. You pay for dates.
Professionally.
You know, and no, I'm talking about what you pay for these dinner dates, and the women ain't gonna hold up to their bargain. They're gonna eat your food, and then they're gonna go to the next person. Okay, so if you're gonna waste your money, you might as well spend your money for something more materially, right? In a professional way, like CJ said, right?
Yeah,
and just get your fucking nut off, right? And then move on and focus on your task.
I hate to say this, I hate to say this, 2 and 3. I hate to say this, man.
You could have said that another way. You could have said it.
I hate to say this. I mean, hey, M3 had to just be raw. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Look, I hate to say this, man. Oh, man, I really hate to say this. But man, most Western culture women now who are adults, whether it's an old head or a girl that's in her 30s or a girl that's in her 20s, most of these women now, man, they all have an agenda. I hate to say it, man. Most of them, they have an agenda. Either the agenda is to use your money and resources, or they want to get pregnant by you. A lot of them they just have agendas, man. They want to live a certain lifestyle. It's sad, man. I really hate to say this, but I gotta expose it, man, because I gotta wake the men up. Gotta wake y'all up, man. Not the men on this panel, hopefully. I just gotta wake men up, man. You really can't trust Western culture women. That's why a lot of times the dudes they'll go to a different society, or they'll go to a woman a part of a different culture because they have more traditional values and they don't have the agenda to use men like Western culture women do. We actually gonna talk about that. We're gonna do a show about that. And there's a clip of this woman that's just talking it's just so recklessly, man, about just how she's used men, how she look at men as opportunities, how she used men for the bag. This is a grown woman, probably with kids as well. And this is how she views men. It's sad, man. It's so sad. And I feel bad for the people who really are innocent out here, people who really believe in love, whether it's a man or woman. Then you have the brothers who are using a woman just for sex, and sometimes they just use them for a place to stay. It's wild, man. It's wild, man. I hate to say all this stuff, man, but I gotta wake people up, man. Gotta keep them awake, man.
Yeah.
Hate to say it.
Welcome back, Queen.
Hey, I had to handle something real quick. So I just want to say I was a little triggered and offended. So my bad. I mean to be. I don't know if I came across rude, but I deal with this for my job, so it's very sensitive to me. So yeah, I think men got to do a better job at teaching these little boys self-control. Because when they become unself-controlled, they become unself-controlled adults, and it becomes an issue. That's all I'm saying.
But Queen, you do know I said grown men though, not young boys.
I know. To me, I consider an 18-year-old a little boy.
Okay, but I just want to clarify.
That's my clientele. No, I hear you.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify. I don't advocate boys doing none of that. And if a grown of age 18-year-old adult male, I want to get that very clear. A grown of age 18-year-old adult male, I feel from the age of 18 to 30 should not be focusing on relationships. I feel they should be focused on getting to the money, and if they need to believe that off.
Yes, that was my clientele, 18 to 24-year-olds. So I still consider them little, like young boys.
Understood.
I understand. That's where my mindset was. So I just want to say I'm sorry. I hear what you're saying, and I do agree with that. I don't like the profession of escorts or prostitution. So that's a whole nother story. So I just want to say that's where I was at. That's all.
Well, yeah, I respect what you're saying, but that's the point I was trying to make.
I hear you. I got you.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to take it to
that's a great point. You're right.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to take it there. I just think the young men should really focus on, because my theory, my rationale behind that was, if a man can get his rocks off when he wants to, he can really focus on the substance of a relationship. I can get the cooch when I want it. Now I want something of substance, something that's real. I'm in a place where I'm financially well off. I look great. You know what I'm saying? Now I want a woman that can complement my life. I can, that I really want to be with, versus just, being out here and wasting time. Now I done put in the work and put in the time. Now it's time for me to go find a woman that compliments me. That's all I'm saying.
And every single woman on the planet, man, I've said this once and I'm gonna say it again. Y'all don't listen.
I know you're not talking.
Listen.
I know you're not talking.
Every woman. I said every woman on the planet. Every single woman on planet Earth does not listen.
I got you a pack of Q-tips coming. Federal Express. Amazon Prime will be there tomorrow for you at 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock.
Hey, y'all, I had a great time. I got to get back to work, man. I'm gonna keep listening. No, they out in the front cracking up right now.
CJ, if you don't mind, can you shout like your YouTube channel though? I'm gonna highlight you real quick.
Yeah, man. Y'all go check out the CJ Kyle's channel. We doing content every day. Shout out to Knowledge and Relationships over here, having a great talk. Shout out to everybody on the panel. Shout out to Eddie King. I'm not done. Yes, done. Sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, man, y'all have a good night.
You too. Thanks for joining
us. I thought the topic was Tiffany Haddish. What happened?
Man,
the first lady happened. That's what happened.
It's all Tiffany's fault.
Will you have poetic justice?
Will you have poetic be switching shit up, man. I'll tell you, bro.
Talking to Tyrone right now for some.
But you know,
hey, look, everybody subscribe to Knowledge Relations YouTube.
He shouldn't be talking to Tyrone because according to Erykah Badu, you know what happened to him? He ain't had no phone. He had to pack his stuff and go. So watch out for the Tyrones now. That's all I'm saying. You better talk to
she said you better call him.
You better talk to a Keith. You better talk to a Keith or a Steven. You better stay away from the Tyrones.
Listen, man. Everybody out there, those right now, everybody out there, those that's watching, please like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. That way you get recent videos, old videos, and new videos. Go ahead, M3. Take it away.
Yeah, thank you so much. Woo, man. Yes, definitely, and get the likes up as well too. For all you people, right, who's watching us right now, definitely help a brother out. You know, we always try to provide the love for entertainment. You know, we are getting pressed for time, so this is what I'm gonna close out with, right? I'm gonna have to skip all this, right? Which this would have been like, let's see. I'm going to jump to number 7. This was the last one. Is common, excuse me, an alpha male or beta male scent provider? You forgot to add chump scent provider, but it's okay though. But yeah, either way, do you consider him to be an alpha or a beta male? Even though I don't give a damn about what role that he chooses, but what do you guys think?
I'm gonna let Queen kick it off. Kick it off, Queen.
Do I believe Common is an alpha or beta male?
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a confused male. I think he don't look when you look at the women he's dated, it don't seem like he even knows what he wants. Like I feel like the women are all very different, but they have a same like strong character. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know if he wants to be dominated and controlled, but it seems like the women he chooses are very strong-willed and very voiceful. If that's, yeah. So I think he don't know what he is. I don't know what he is.
Hey, some men like to be picked up and thrown against the wall. A wise quote from a person that was on the panel, but I don't remember that.
What's up, Poetic Tammy? You back?
Yeah, let's get Tammy's like opinion, right?
She put the hand up, like talk to the hand.
Right. You know, look, she just got off the phone with Tyrone, and he was whispering a bunch of sweet nothings.
Y'all kill me with this. I was doing work on the computer. My goodness, dang! I turned my screen off, and all of a sudden, I'm talking to someone named Tyrone, which I don't even know anybody that named Tyrone.
So Tammy,
I wish you go ahead.
Yes,
number 7. Can you answer number 7, please?
Go ahead and read it, DJ Eddie.
Okay.
I like when you read it anyway.
Put my headphones on. Okay. Is Common an alpha male or beta male chip sip provider?
Well, I know what y'all men is gonna say. I already know what y'all men is gonna say.
What you mean, y'all men?
I said y'all men. I didn't say all men. See, I'm not one of those blanket statement people. I don't do the blanket statement.
I'm not gonna go there. Go ahead.
I will say I agree with what Queen said as far as him being confused. I do feel that when it comes to relationships, if they're not working out, then you need to reevaluate that maybe it's not them, maybe it's you. So, you know,
here we go. So we fit to go back to that now.
No, I mean, it's just a fact. If you keep getting in relationships and they're not working out, you need to really reevaluate. It might not be the other person. You might be the problem.
You need to keep that crack. You need to keep that door cracked.
And you got to keep it. You just got to be honest with yourself. Maybe there's something that you need to change about yourself.
Even if you feel like the guy is your type or the girl's your type, you still need to keep that door cracked.
Okay, so I'm gonna change the wording because I don't like the wording. Because I will say, yes, pay attention to red flags. Always make sure that you are paying attention to everything. So I agree with that. I don't like because I agree with what Queen said. I don't like the wording of the door being cracked because
the door being cracked. You can listen. The door being cracked is like people being nosy. When the police is outside or something, you keep the door cracked so the police won't see you. You know, you keep that door cracked.
So the door.
What's going on.
When I hear. When I hear,
hold on. Wait, hold on. And to add, right, you know, Mister, you know that you know, right? Also said you gotta keep the door crack open, right? So you could let the holes in the room sometimes. Okay, so I'm just saying.
So I might be stupid, but I'm not leaving the door cracked. I'm gonna pay attention to red flags. Absolutely, that's what you're supposed to do. But like I said, when I hear the door being cracked, is allowing someone else in that shouldn't be.
No, it's you peeking out the door.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like that's the thing is like when you say something, you don't know how it sounds to the other person.
That's to you.
So what I'm like that's so to me that's what when I hear the door cracked, leave the door cracked. That you know you got this other side chick on the side just in case this person messes up. Like I said, red flags, that's what you're supposed to do, pay attention. If you're not paying attention to red flags, then yeah, your ass is stupid. You're supposed to be doing that anyway. But yeah, like I said, you know, if you are continuing to get in relationships and they're not working, sometimes you do need to reevaluate whether you might be the person, you might be the problem. And then of course, there's the other that you might need to, you might be the problem because you need to change your choices of people that you're dealing with. Because and every relationship you're getting is meant to teach you something about yourself. So if you're getting in the same kind of relationships with the same kind of people, you're not learning the lesson that you're meant to learn. So that's why you're going to keep going through the cycle of the same thing.
But
so there's something that you're meant to learn that you're not learning. So
First Lady, people is not going to know the person. The person could, you may know the person for 1 or 2 years, 3 years. And then you come to find out that this person has a mental issue. You didn't know that.
Okay.
So it's, you saying that they need to learn from. Yeah, they need to learn from it if they're in a relationship. If they got in a relationship like in a week, yeah, and they come to find out.
You're supposed to learn something from every relationship that you're in.
I'm saying some people get in a relationship for 3 years and they come to find out that this person has some mental issue, which they didn't know anything about.
So what I said was, if you're getting in the same kind of relationship,
but they don't know that. They don't know if the same kind of dude that they dumped last week is the same thing as this guy.
Okay, so it's one thing if it's one person. If you getting in this relationship and you're going through the same thing, next relationship you're going through the same. If you're in 5, 6 relationships and you're dating the same kind of person, same kind of thing keeps happening, you're getting the same end result. You need to start doing some reevaluating about why you keep dating and being in a relationship with the same kind of person, the same kind of end result. Whatever lesson you're meant to learn, you're not learning it. You're not paying attention.
What is the same? Like, what do you mean by the same?
Because every relationship you're in, you're meant to learn something. That's the purpose of that relationship, is to teach you something about yourself. And this is why you have it where you might have a woman that says, "Oh, I'm just dating the same kind of guys, and I don't know what's going on." It's because you meant to learn something about yourself. There's something about yourself that you need to learn, and that the purpose of that relationship is that person is meant to teach you that. Of course, they're not gonna come in the relationship and say, "I'm meant to teach her this." No, you're supposed to pay attention to things, and when you're not paying attention to things, you're gonna get in the same relationships, and it's gonna be the same results. So, like I said, every relationship you're in, you're meant to learn something. That's why you cannot get upset about a relationship that ends. There was something that relationship was meant to teach you about yourself. And if you don't figure that out, you're going to get in that same kind of relationship with that same kind of person, because if you do not learn the lesson, you're going to be doomed to repeat it.
But people don't know that they're in a relationship with the same type of individual that they was in.
I mean, you should be able to figure it out.
Because a lot of times when women, a lot of times, but look, a lot of times when women date these men or whatever, they don't know too much about them until like 3-4 years later.
Okay.
And then they come to find out, oh man, he's like the same guy that I used to date 4 years ago. They not going to know that.
Like I said, if they really take the time to stop and really pay attention and think about what was I meant to learn about myself from that relationship. Like I said, every relationship is meant to teach you something, and I'm not just necessarily a romantic relationship. The relationships you have with friends is meant to teach you something. The relationship you have with family, every relationship you have, there is a purpose for it. And once that relationship is done, it's because that relationship wasn't meant to last longer than it did. And you're meant to learn something. And the problem comes is that if you do not learn what you need to learn, you're going to go through the same thing again and again and again until you figure out what needs to change. When you figure out what needs to change, then things will change. But until you do, you're going to go through the same thing over and over and over again. And if you're going through the same thing over and over and over again, it's because you're not taking the time to think about what needs to change.
What does the same thing mean to you in your definition?
I mean, it could be anything. I mean, it could be anything. That's the thing. Every relationship is different. So if you're going through the same,
just like every woman, every guy is different. So what does the same mean to you?
So when I say the same thing, it could be you're in an abusive relationship with this one person. Okay, that one ends. Then you get another relationship, and that person is abusive. That one ends. Then you get another one. It's like you're continuing to get in the same kind of relationship with the same kind of person. You need to stop and figure out, why am I getting in the same kind of relationship with the same kind of person? You need to figure that out instead of getting back in another one and another one, because what's going to happen is if you don't stop and take the time to think about that, your next relationship is going to be like the other one you were out, that you got out of.
Right. So you agreed to keep that door cracked.
And I agree to pay attention to red flags. I don't agree to keep the door cracked. No. I agree to pay attention to red flags.
You got to keep it cracked a little bit so you can get the air coming into the house.
I agree.
Just like you open it, you keep the window
cracked.
You need to experience. You don't want to suffocate yourself now.
I agree to make sure that you are always paying attention. Make sure that you are looking when those red flags pop up. Make sure you're paying attention to them and don't push those red flags to the side. I absolutely agree with that.
Right.
I do not agree with keeping the door cracked. So.
That's the same thing. It's the same thing.
But that's the thing.
That's your definition.
This is my definition. So,
red flags is your definition.
Eddie King.
All right, we agreed to disagree.
If it's the same thing to you, it's not the same thing to me. That's the thing, is that the way something sounds to you, it may sound different to me. In your eyes, like, oh, that's the same thing. But to me, it's not the same thing.
Okay, let's continue this like later. Hold on. We got okay, hold on. Yeah, and I'll be right back, you guys.
Listen. In relationships, this what we got to stop doing. All right, we got to stop doing relationships. All right, now, in certain relationships, right? You know what I mean? So, to answer number 7, yes, he's a beta male. All right, whatever. So now, with that, I mean, let's just go without saying. You know, we gotta stop getting in relationships and thinking that something's gonna happen in a relationship that's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like we're in a relationship with somebody and they tell us like, yo, like there's certain men, right? Men be like, yo, I like my woman to buy me sneakers and clothes. And if you say, no, I'm not into that as a woman, you say, I'm not into that, I don't buy my man sneakers and clothes, and you start messing with that man, guess what? His game plan is still to get you to buy him sneakers and clothes. I hope that hasn't changed. All right? He's still gonna try to get sneakers and clothes out of you no matter what, because you're still messing with him.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you know what type of man he is. You know? You can't get yourself in a situation with somebody and they tell you, oh, this is what I want out the relationship, and you say no, and you still rock with them, guess what? Their expectations have to change. They still are gonna get what they're looking for. Best believe that. So if that man tell you he wants you to buy him sneakers and clothes or to help him pay his car off, and you're like, I don't give no man no money, and you still mess with him, guess what? He's gonna get that. He's gonna still try to get that money out of you somehow, some way. Please understand that. So don't be shocked when he get the money from you and then he bounce on you. Right. Or you get the pair of Jordans from you and he bounce on you. Don't be surprised because he told you what he wanted. You know what I mean? And you still decided to mess with him. Now you're mad if you spend money on something. You know, you mad at him. Don't be mad at him. You the one that stayed in the relationship, dummy. You should have got out of there as soon as he mentioned that. As soon as he got out of there, he said, yo, I want sneakers and I want clothes. You like, I don't do that? Right. You should have been like, you know, we don't need to talk no more because that's not what I do. That's not me. I ain't that type of woman. Right. You know what I mean? Same thing for men. You know I got to give an example too for the men. Right. Here I go. Yes, I'm ready. Yes, sir. All right. Now for female tells you, hey, listen, I want babies. You don't want babies, right? Right. And you still stick around, guess what? She's trying to still have a baby, okay? She's not changed her mind, okay? So if a baby comes up, don't get mad. Right. Don't get mad. Do not get upset because you are still in that relationship, bro. You know what I'm saying? So don't get mad at her. She told you what her agenda was. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You just ain't listen. You know what I mean? And that's the problem with relationships. People don't listen. They stay in relationships with people that they're not equally yoked with. The Bible talks about talking about being unequally yoked. You know, the Bible talks about a lot of things, but one biggest thing that they talk about is basically being unequally yoked, which means that you're being with somebody and basically your priorities, your parameters, your standards, your morals and values are not the same. Okay? You know what I mean? You know, you want Chinese food, she wants soul food. I'm just giving small examples. You know what I mean? I'm talking about real life situations. Real life situations like, yo, I wanna live, I want my family to live with me. I don't want your family living with us at all. That's a problem. Okay, because you both want something different. If you both want something different in a relationship, it's not gonna work. Right. That's point blank clear. We gotta be on the same page. Unless somebody's willing to compromise. Okay? And 9 times out of 10 nowadays, people ain't compromising nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because they have too many options. That's why the door's always staying cracked. People got too many options. Pay attention to the red flags. That's right, Blaze Brown. Yeah. You know what I mean? Definitely, sister. Like, she's right. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. People just gotta wake up, man. Stop trying to put yourself in a situation that you know it's not gonna work, man. Don't make no investments. Don't buy them nothing. Don't do nothing together because it ain't gonna work. You know what I mean? Sisters, if you see a brother and that brother is showing you something, believe him. Okay? I know you may want a man to protect you and be there. You know what I mean? You want that companionship and all that. You want that real leader. I get it. You know what I mean? But if this is a brother who wants you to buy him clothes and you ain't want to buy that better clothes, so you better get up out of there because he's going to get them Jordans. He's going to get them Jordans. Whether it's from you or it's from Cindy, Amy, or somebody, he getting them Jordans. He going to get it.
He going to get the Jordans.
That's right. All on release day. You know what I mean? With the Jordan sign. You know what I'm saying? He getting them Jordans, okay? Now.
Limited editions.
Limited edition. He gonna have 2 pair. Give me 2 pair. I need 2 pair. He gonna give me 2 pair. He gonna be shopping in them Jordans, all right? And you're gonna be sad because you're gonna be out $400. Now, with that being said, if a woman, and now I'm gonna turn it back around. Woman wants a baby, trust me, she gonna get that baby.
She gonna get it.
Okay? She'll poke a hole in the condom. She would go have it with Michael down the street and act like it's yours. Oh, she gonna find a way.
She gonna dig in that trash can for that condom.
Oh, trash can. She gonna pump the toilet, get the condom out. She gonna find a way.
She gonna find a way.
She gonna find a way.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Please understand this. Okay? So people don't be out here trying to convince people to be something that they're not. Okay? It ain't gonna work. And that's really it. Tammy was taking notes the whole time I was talking. But damn, Mister, if you know, he know what the hell you talking about. Damn.
Oh man.
I knew that it was like back in the day.
Why y'all call Common a beta male?
But hold on, Queen.
I didn't call him that.
I called him a beta male, but that goes beyond the question. But whatever. You know what I mean? Hopefully Common can figure this out and gets it together. Anyway, the reason why I'm making these points is because, I'm just tired of seeing people just end up in bad situations, man.
Yeah.
Tired of seeing people end up in bad situations. Brothers and sisters both, man. Because these things can be avoided, man. These things can be avoided. I'm tired of my phone ringing and people calling me and telling me these things. I'm tired of
nobody calling you.
I'm tired of people, telling me different things about their relationship. I'm just tired of it, man. I don't want to see this no more, man. It's just sad. You know what I mean?
You can hang up the phone now.
It's just sad. I hate seeing it. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you this. It's better to be alone than to be miserable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And trust me, if you end up in a situation where you're doing something or you're partaking in something that you don't want to be a part of, you know what I mean? You're gonna be sad because you can't get that time or sometimes those money and resources back. Sometimes you can't get those things back. You know what I mean? And here's the thing. I'm gonna add 2 more points and I'm done. You know what I mean? For women, if a man's not willing to be a leader for you, and he's not willing to go all out for you and lead, then him asking for any money, for him asking for you to do anything is out the question. Okay, he has to be intentionally and willing to lead you and be that real man for you. Men, if a woman is not willing to basically be led by you, and she's asking for babies and all this other stuff, and you ain't really with that program, you know what I mean? Then don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Don't fall into temptation. Don't do it. You know what I mean? I especially feel bad. I feel bad for both situations because, man, it really could be avoided, man. It really could be avoided. But people think that they think that they could change people's mind, and you can't. Because once somebody has an agenda and they want something to happen, it will. Because they're gonna make that happen no matter what. And listen, and the last part to this is that if they have to kill you to make their dream come true, they will. And that's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
All right. With that being said, we're gonna have to wrap it up.
Not
Everybody,
homicide for the dreams.
yeah. All right. So we pretty much covered like the good parts. I guess I gotta put my 2 cents into it. I want to just make it quick. Yeah, in the relationship, particular with Common and Tiffany Haddish, I would say Common is a beta male on that part. Not because of him having soft tendencies or anything like that. It's just that some men just prefer to be dominated, or they could just be the yes man. But mainly, like I would say for him, when you have a poor choice of women and you just decide that, okay, well, I will just settle for this person, even though in her eyes, I'm not going to be good enough for her, you putting yourself in these roles where you're beta. But that's all I'm just going to say. And now I'm going to like close it out on you guys and wrap it up. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight Queen 2K21.
Hello. You can follow me on Instagram, chip at Queen Forever 2K21. You can see me on the Knowledge and Relationships platform. And have a great night.
Yeah. All right. And then we're going to highlight DJ Eddie King.
No. First, Lady Tammy.
Oh, wait. I forgot. Yeah. Forgot the other lady. Poetic Justice Tammy.
Poetic Lady Tammy.
I'm loving that hair.
Thank you for tuning in. If you tune in, you better have liked, you better have subscribed, and you better have hit that notification bell. Because if you didn't, you got some issues as well. So you definitely want to be aware of everything we're doing. I am First Lady Tammy, and all kinds of other names that they want to give me. But yeah, I'm here on Mondays, sometimes Thursdays, sometimes Saturdays, sometimes other days. I'm here all the time I need to be. Why? Because I'm the first lady. So why wouldn't I be? See, I can rhyme. I do my poetry. I'm going to be doing book reviews. That's going to be coming up. But yeah, so definitely see me on here or on my Instagram, First Lady Tammy 916. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.
All right. Uh-huh. And we're gonna highlight DJ Eddie King.
Your boy in the building. Listen, hit me up on YouTube, DJ Eddie King. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Also, you can get on Instagram, dj.eddie.king. I am the music creator for Knowledge and Relationship. Please like and subscribe to Knowledge and Relationship. Hit the notification bell so you can get videos, recent videos, and new videos, and old videos. Please hit the notification bell, subscribe. Thank you very much, and I'm going to pass it along to the man with the master plan. Mister, if you don't know, now you know.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for everyone for basically being a part of Knowledge and Relationship Experience, man. We appreciate y'all. Definitely appreciate y'all, man. You know, and Blaze Brown, Mr. Best is not here right now. That was me. If you know talking. Mr. Best will be back one day. But yeah, shout out to everybody in the comments, man. Shout out to High Value Nurse for coming through. Thank you, High Value Nurse. Shout out to Grizz.
Shout out CJ. I forgot. Shout out to CJ, man.
Yeah, shout out to CJ Farrell. Everybody in the comment section, Blaze Brown. Amy Fleming, please like and subscribe. We definitely appreciate your love and support. Thank you for everybody that tuned in. We thank you for your love and support. Thank you for Intrigued by Neek. Thank you for your love and support. Everybody who came through, we definitely love and support you guys. And please thank you for loving and supporting us as well. You know what I mean? Shout out to Damo, Free Damo.
You know what I mean? We got the t-shirts.
Yeah, we got the shirts coming up. She got something for the summer too. Yeah. Shout out to Octavia Stewart. You know what I mean? Thank you for coming through. Please like and subscribe. You know what I mean? Thank you for everybody just, hopping on and being a part of our experience, man. I gotta give a shout out to my team before I close out. Shout out to First Lady, shout out to Queen Forever 2K21 as well. Thank you. Shout out to First Lady Tammy, you know what I mean? Yeah, Tammy! You know what I mean? Shout out to the music coordinator himself. DJ Eddie King. I got an announcement for Eddie. He don't even know this, but I got surprised him. Okay.
I got a surprise. Oh, snap.
Listen, we usually don't reveal certain things. We usually don't reveal certain things, but today I'm gonna give y'all a little Easter egg. Only for today, all right? It's only for today.
Yeah.
DJ Eddie King's show is coming up.
Yeah.
On New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. New Year's Day, DJ Eddie is opening the year up. All right. So let y'all know it's real.
Yes.
Okay. Knowledge and relationships. We got some in the sports world coming up too very soon. Right after that. But that I won't tell you about that one. I ain't gonna tell you about that one. Okay. You know what I mean? Let's just say it's in the month of love. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna give you no more. I ain't gonna give you no more.
No more.
Know what I mean? I ain't gonna give you no more. And we got something coming for you next week. With somebody who's a big time educator, man. Oh man, this is gonna be incredible. It's so incredible that I can't even talk about it. That's how incredible it is. Now, that being said, I am
Alabama.
made before. Now the relationships, yes.
Yes.
Mr. If you know, you know, 1984. Mr. If you know, you know, 1984.
What are y'all singing? What is that?
Thank you, y'all. Thank you.
No, man, you trust this is the song, man. We're the best. That's the song, man.
Excuse me, wrong guy.
We'll come back one day. Listen, everybody, thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. No, I mean, thank you for everybody coming in. M3, definitely shout out to M3. Thank you, M3, for always being there, supporting us, man. We gotta go. We got some stuff we gotta do behind the scenes, but love y'all, man. Peace.
All right. Thank you, Mister. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. Let me read this comment. What you say? New Year's Day, DJ Eddie King. What? Let's go. Music channel. That's right.
Yeah.
You know, we're going it because we're waiting for the StreamYard update. So
Yeah.
stay tuned. By then, it should be good. Hopefully. I met you. Okay, you spoke like a big bro to all
Thank you, Blaze
gyms.
Brown.
Thank you, Blaze Brown. Okay, Sonic. Okay, gyms. Okay, okay.
Thank you, everybody. Thank y'all. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So with that being said, right. Thank you for tuning in to Knowledge in Relationships on YouTube. And thank you all as well for supporting, subscribing, and liking our live streams. Yes, we always tend to get crazy, and that's the main point of it. But anyways, continue on to pass up our videos, watch the replays if you missed out on it. But more so, always continue to give your support. We also have Cash App too if you want to donate. We have Venmo if you want to donate.
Mm-hmm.
We have PayPal if you like to donate. But help us to get over and beyond 1,000 subscribers. That's the main goal so far. And keep watching our content. Thank you guys and ladies so much for your support. And with that being said,
good night.
We are out. Yes, good night. Hold on. Yep. Let's go ahead and get to the banner. Bam.